Welcome to Tabletop Diaries, our new channel and home for all TTRPG and board game adventures. Today, we will be playing ShadowDark, Cursed Scroll Zine Volume 1, Diablerie. The Gloaming. The Gloaming. The Gloaming. The Gloaming.
Dark times have fallen upon this world. Ages ago, in a world that once flourished with life, sees only rot and decay now. Tales speak of the gods themselves fighting a great and unfathomable evil that showed up like a thief in the night, but as swift and as powerful as a ravenous storm, tearing through the realm in a violent rampage. The gods lost that day, and the evil seeped into the land like a poisonous plague. Those who managed to survive exist as small factions now, too afraid to venture beyond what little safety they have obtained. Travel is limited, and only during the day, for when the sun goes down, danger lurks in all the shadows. From the very depths of darkness itself, gruesome, grotesque, horrid monstrosities walk the night, seeking to devour any misfortunate souls. In complete darkness, no one is safe. Light is the only form of safety the world knows. Fires burn throughout the night to keep the evil at bay. But sometimes, it still slips through. Many of the survivors of this world say the gods have abandoned them. Their prayers fall upon deaf ears. Others still hold faith, hoping that this is all just a great trial, and that soon deliverance will be at hand. Centuries upon centuries ago, what seems like a myth now. Tales of the Green Knights who stood as beacons of peace, justice, and hope, fought against this evil calamity. They lost great numbers, far too many to count, and far too many to ignore. Many of these knights lost hope in their deities and their code. Some started to turn to dark powers, new sources, to help combat the overwhelming horror that sickened the land. These are known as the Knights of Idris. Cursed knights who walk the path of Saint Idris the Unholy, the Possessed. They embrace the darkness in order to fight it, cleansing evil with a flurry of steel and forbidden sorcery. The Knights of St. Idris range out of their Deepwood conclave to wage a losing war against the demons and their servants. In this ancient black force that is known as the Gloaming. This is where our story begins.
Where we find ourselves in this quaint little stronghold of this abandoned tower keep. About 80 villagers have fled a port city known as Nighthaven Harbor. A great destruction has befell it. Monsters from the sea destroyed it. Any remaining survivors had to flee and for days had to survive in this dark woods. They eventually come to what they have called Hope's Keep, an abandoned tower fortress that appears to be the only signs of hope of defending themselves from this dark gloom that has desolated these lands. We find about our 80 villagers going through the day-to-day, and this is where our story begins. So here we are, guys, at Hope's Keep. Some villagers are going about their day. They open the gate, a few humanoids, there's all people that you've known. I see a bunch of people opening the gate, and about 5 or 6 people come in holding a wagon full of wood. You know how important wood is to keep everything going. And the day is drawing, it's becoming about dusk at this point. In a small little temple, makeshift temple, we find a little halfling kneeling down to pray. Russ, would you like to introduce your character?
Sure thing. My name is Tobin Sunderland. He is a halfling priest of the god Geed. Upon coming to Hope's Keep with the survivors from Nighthaven Harbor, devoted himself to the continuation of the worship of this goddess. He and the previous head priest, Gerald, established this large tent of makeshift 2 or 3 tents sewn together with makeshift scraps, little wooden shack at the back to allow enough space for this large grand wooden table. Not high quality, but a long, large wooden table, enough to fit about 20 or so people on either side. This is due to the goddess Geed's worship through feasts, merriment, families and friends coming together and joining in. Good times despite the hardships that everyone faces. So Tobin has been helping run this temple ever since it was established in Hope's Keep, and has recently been made head priest since Gerald had passed in an attack on the town one night.
You describe your character?
Oh, true. Yes, sorry. Tobin is a halfling. He's about 3'4", a little bit of a skinny guy with a slight beer belly to him. He's 35 years old. He's got short, neatly kept blonde hair, bright blue eyes, a little bit on the paler side, and he's a kind-hearted soul. Can struggle a little bit with courage from time to time, but yeah, that's right. Tobin.
As you're sitting there kneeling, you see another halfling pop up next to you. Tobin, how's it going?
Hey.
And you recognize this as your friend Durjan Hopfellow. Durjen Hopfellow, Hop fellow, one word. Also a priest of Geed. See another halfling, about short, shoulder-length hair, kind of curly, brown, hazel eyes, wearing a green cloak. Praise be Geed.
Indeed, praise be.
These are obviously dark times, as we all know, but hey, I heard there's been a good bounty today.
Yes, this is very true. My friend Val informed me earlier that we've had extra deer sighted in the area, and so we may actually have enough for a good feast tonight.
Praise the light. Oh, well, at least we should be making preps.
Indeed. Yes. We need to see if we can scrounge enough of the mead together. I think tonight would be good for celebration. We've had some nights of peace.
Oh, we should bust out the fine ware.
Indeed. Maybe a little bit, yes.
I do, I was rummaging earlier, and the Great Chalice I got binged up a bit. I might have died. You know me, I'm a little...
That's okay. I cannot blame you, and it's amazing that we even have it.
I know.
So banged up or otherwise, I don't think it matters. We'll be okay.
Well, actually, we do have a couple. I've been saving up a little coin, and I don't have the time because I got to go meet Tally for we gotta bless the water and
of course, yes,
yeah. And she's apparently making a new ale for the celebration tonight.
A new ale?
Yeah, I feel like she probably just added some of her, old spices hanging around, and
I hope she skipped some of them. You remember what happened to Val that one time?
Yeah, that is true. But hey, I do got some coin, and I was thinking maybe we go to Red have her fix it real quick. I mean, it's for this occasion. It's also the harvest moon.
Bloody hells!
If you don't mind, it would be. I feel like it'd be really, really. It's a show of hope.
Yes, I suppose it would be.
I mean, just imagine it. The table, all the deer.
No, you're right.
The cod and the dried jerky, and then that chalice at the very end, filled with this. Hopefully,
it would be nice to have our chalice restored.
We do have enough coin.
She is the one we know who can restore things the easiest in this encampment. Very well.
Oh, thank you. I really don't have the time, and the shed's on the other side.
I will not be going with you though. You may take the chalice.
No, I need you to take it. I need to go prep for the ale. I could probably squeeze in some of the other preparations, but that's on the other side. It's gonna
If you promise me to lay out the silverware while I'm gone.
Okay, I'll lay out the silverware.
Fine.
And I'll have all the waters and the ornaments and decor.
Suppose it's been long enough since I've gone to see the old witch in the hut.
Yeah, I know. The whole thing with Shun.
Shun the Vile. Who worships someone with Vile in their name? I don't
understand
whatever.
either. But
creepy witches that stick around on their own for 20 years. I don't. Or more. Who knows how old she even is? She's an elf. Whatever. I'll get the chalice restored. You're right. It will look good, shining and glistening up at the end of the table. The others will. It's just I just love seeing their faces when it comes out, because it's like it's a whole presentation and it inspires hope. And by all, this is Hope's Keep. We gotta have something. You have convinced me, but you owe me one. Fair enough. All right. And I will exit, or not really exit because it's all one big tent. I'll head off towards the back. Maybe there's like a little side corner for storage behind a curtain or whatever. And I'll open up a chest in which is got some little pillows, little cloths tucked around our holy chalice. And I'll inspect it a little bit, see how, there's like a dent, a fresh dent. You see, in it's actually, you go to look at it and it's actually worse than you expect. It's bent in where it's an obvious shape, dentured, even no matter how you place it on the table. In fact, you even place it on you pull it out, you look at it, you close the chest and you try to sit it and try to look at it in all angles to see if you could even possibly hide it, but it's completely obvious that this fell pretty hard. God's bless it, Durgeon. What did you do? I'm sorry, I gotta go. And he just bloody hell. The coin's on the table. See ya. Good gods. I owe you, buddy. Sorry. His voice fading away. So then I'll find his coin he left, take the holy chalice, and with a bit of a huff of annoyance at how banged up it is, I'll exit and begrudgingly make my way towards Mrs. Redcap's hut. So you see in this corner a makeshift hut that is just covered mostly in thorns and vines, but the doorway has been cleared just enough. Are you inside the hut, or are you outside?
Sure. Mrs. Redcap is inside the hut. Just so you know who she is, she's got a very distinctive red cap on her. She's a very old elf witch.
What kind of cap is this? Like pointy or like?
It's a rounded cap. And okay. she's balding at this point in her old age. She's very embarrassed about the lack of hair, so she has this big red cap on her head, stuck on tight. And as Tobin approaches, he's gonna see through the thorns,
like a makeshift window,
burning fire, and there's gonna be a cauldron on top of the fire, and Miss Redcap is gonna be talking to the cauldron.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble, fillet of a finny snake, in a cauldron boil and bake, eye of newt and toe of frog,
wool of a bat and tongue of... And then she's going to look over at Tobin and realize that she has company. She's going to quiet down. Yeah, so as Tobin walks up and hears the witch through the thorns, he
just gets a chill down his spine and then knocks.
Mrs. Redcap is going to open the door.
You open the door, and before you see Mrs. Redcap. And what race are you? I don't know if you said that or...
Mrs. Redcap is an elf, an old elf witch.
Hello, my
Oh,
dear
gosh.
Tobin. How are you doing this fine
Yes,
dusk?
I'm fine, thank you. So we've had a bit of misfortune over at the tent, the big tent. Durgan had a bit of an accident, and he destroyed our holy chalice. You know, I don't usually come to you for such things, but
Neither you nor Gregor did a lot of the time.
yes, well, there is reason for that. Anyways, we know, despite our differences, how good you are at repairing things. So if you would please be so kind, we have an important feast tonight, and we need this restored.
May I see the item?
I will pull out the chalice, kind of like look at her for a second, and look at the chalice, and then and hand it to you.
Mrs. Redcap is going to take the chalice and kind of examine it.
Do be
Just-
careful, please.
She's going to do kind of like a 360 on it. She's just understand the intricacy of this thing. And
Is this a simple item?
I mean, it's a chalice. It's relatively simple. I mean,
Okay, well, we'll put it in the cauldron and we'll see what happens, you know?
okay. Do what
Yeah.
you need to.
What I was doing wasn't really important. It was just practicing, really. Okay,
Right.
let's put it in the cauldron.
then I'll plop the chalice into the cauldron. I don't know if I have to roll for a repair or not. I'm not sure. Didn't even roll for the spell.
Is it because wait, you have to
God.
cast it out?
So you cast to
This is
make the
gonna go
cauldron
south.
appear, but just to introduce the character, I just had the cauldron.
I'll say you already cast it.
Okay, all right. Okay, so then I think it takes one turn just to see how long. It just says it's repaired. It doesn't say how it exits the cauldron at all. It just says the broken mundane item is repaired if it's mundane.
So Miss Red plops the chalice into the cauldron. You say a few witchy words. Several seconds later, the cauldron just smoke bubbles out and goes over it, and then it's just a big fog, and then finally it just fades away, and the chalice is there in mint condition.
And the cauldron's gone.
The cauldron is no more. The smoke dissipated over it, and then the smoke completely disappears, like the cauldron kind of just went away with the smoke. And there's this chalice that's golden with gems around it, and all around it, it looks like kind of a table with different like food items carved into it in a golden fashion.
My gods, you did it.
Mrs. Redcap is gonna walk over to the chalice and grab it, and like get like halfway back to Tobin, and just ask,
You mentioned a party?
Oh. Yes. Yes, we're having a feast at the big tent tonight. If you can make it, you're welcome, just like anybody.
Thank you,
but
dear
if it-
Tobin. You're the best boy in town.
Yes,
And so
yes.
I'll do this one for free. Here's the chalice back.
Right. Well, and
Thank you
as
for the invitation.
as I take the chalice, and if you can't make it, that's fine too. There's always more feasts in the future. We will miss you dearly, but I understand if you're preoccupied.
Oh, I got nothing going on.
I am coming, God.
It's tonight, right? What time is it at?
A few hours from now, we need time to cook and prepare and lay out all the.
Oh, joy. Well, I promise, Tobin, I'll be on my best behavior. I won't cause any chaotic trouble at all.
Geet be with you, and I'll turn around and leave.
You start
Religious parade.
You start walking back to your camp, and you see two elves pulling a wagon with two dead deer on it, and you recognize both of them. One named Vern. He wipes his brow. There's a taller elf with long blonde hair, wearing just
Val?
some Vern
Vern.
wearing some scrapped up rags. Puts his bow to the side. hits the other elf. It's like, hey, we did quite a good job out there. I'm surprised we found any deer at all. And he looks at you. Please describe your character.
Valoros. I'm an elf ranger with a background in sailoring. I love the seas, and I find myself stuck in this town, but however, I'm hopeful something good will come out of it. I am a business savvy opportunist. I see opportunity in everything, but after the events of Port City, I became a follower of Tarragonus deity to honor the memory of the guy who saved me at that time and gave his life for that. So I am somewhat of a good guy, but I seize an opportunity when I see one. However, my name is Valoros, but my buddies here in town, they know me by Val.
Hi, Val. I know it's not the seas or anything, but we did pretty good out there. We got 2 big ones.
Yeah, it was a decent night. I can live with that.
Yeah,
if we had enough time, we might have succeeded in making an extra profit on this.
Hey, I mean, this ain't about real profits, but the whole surviving and everything. But yeah, I know. And he looks at you, puts his hand on your shoulder. I know you miss the seas. You don't even have to say it. It's in your eyes.
I feel trapped, my friend. I long to the days when I see the ocean again, where you feel free.
Man, I wish I knew that feeling. I just miss the port, the sea breeze on the face.
I definitely missed my salty language on the sea. I didn't have to watch myself. However, here in town, there are too many different characters and folks with different beliefs and things, so you have to practice on being respectful.
Hi.
But, don't push me, and you will see that language come back.
Hi, is that why you always first want to be out, go to the hunting party?
Of course. If I talk too long with some of these people, they will bring it out of me, so I have to make sure to maintain my composure. It's good for business. The reputation is everything for business.
That's true. Hi, and he looks over and you see a couple of humans pulling another cart with a bunch of wood on it. There's actually 2-3 carts getting pulled in right past you guys, and one stops like, whew. Oh man, there, wipes his brow. I think I'm quite done with this wood cutting crap.
Why, it's about time you bring in the wood. I mean, took you that long?
There's a lot of wood out there, man. Did you see all this wood we brought in 3 carts?
Wow, which is the point. It shouldn't take you too long to pick up a bunch of wood.
It's so tiring day in and then my hands are blistered, swinging an axe all day. Vern, how did you get the better shtick? All you gotta do is both of you just go out there and you sit there for hours, and the next thing you know, you find a deer or bear, and then like that's food. Like I don't want to.
I'm still not sure why you're complaining. Our job is harder than yours. We go out there and hunt, sniff, look around, be patient. Takes hours. Make the kill. Sometimes you miss the kill. All you have to do is walk around with a wagon and just grab things and throw into it.
Oh, man, I miss the city, the port. I could just fish. I used to be a fish. I didn't have to worry about this. There was a whole nother wood crew. Oh, but
don't bring the sea into the conversation. You know how I feel about that.
Yeah, mate. Come on. He sighs. All right, whatever. Let me get to the bundle. And he picks up the wagon and just starts hauling it off, or the cart wagon thing. Hi, Val. I gotta say, I'm looking forward to tonight for the feast. But is it just me? Does this place seem a little more rustic than usual?
What do you mean?
Well, the walls, especially the tower, and he points at the tower, and you see the tower, and you've known since you've been here, it's about been 20 years since you first came into the keep, and there's, patches here and there. You had to put stone. Everybody did their best to kind of like help rebuild some of this. But it has, of late, you've noticed more thorns than usual seem to have grown around it, and it seems kind of small or chipped like it's been chipped away a little bit.
I look in the air and I sniff the air. And then I put my index finger in my mouth, lick it, and then point it in the air, kind of test the direction of the wind.
The wind's blowing up to the north.
Now that you mention it, yeah, seems like something is moving around or coming about.
It's, man, I don't know. I feel like someone, like he points at where you see a bunch of Brussels dried up thorns and vines that recently been chopped, but you see like at least 3 new ones that seem to be wrapping. We just chopped that like not even a 10-day ago, and look, there's more grown already, and it seems fresher, and it seems like it's, I don't know, it's like it's eating away at the tower almost. And we just scrubbed and like refurnished that whole side right there on the left.
However, since you mentioned this, I couldn't help but notice the only place that hasn't been taken over by these thorns, or at least haven't moved much, is the old witch's cabin. The cabin has the same amount of thorns and ingrowns as always.
Yeah, but hers are more green, and you look over because like literally the hut's the one. Well, you can see the tower. You guys are probably in the middle, and the hut, you can kind of see the hut between like other 2 huts. Hers are like more green, more like foresty that you're seeing. But then you look at the tower, and something about these vines, they're darker. They still have like green, so it kind of blends in with the nature in the area, but it seems brown and like black, like maybe some black streaks, or like when you see a fresh new stem of a flower or whatever, and like kind of almost like you might see like a vein or something. You see like a black streak vein, and like thorns are more like brown and dark, and with like some weird moss also growing around the whole thing.
I hope Mrs. Red's gonna be in the party tonight. I'm gonna ask her about that. If anybody knows, she might know something.
Who knows? I guess. All right, I guess we should probably like start prepping up these deer.
Yeah, let's haul some of this meat to Tobin. He's gonna need to get going with the feast. All right, let's move on, man.
All right, so you guys, get back to
We'll make a quick drop of some meat, some of the deer to Tobin's temple.
Yeah, in Tobin's temple, if you can call it that, I guess.
I mean, yeah.
We have to temple. Sorry.
We have to downgrade our standards.
Yeah, because everything here is makeshift. This place has been desolate for 20 years, and as you know, it was abandoned, and you guys came here and refurnished this already built keep.
Is the temple overgrown also with this stuff?
No. The temple is makeshift of what you said, like a.
So it's like 2 or 3, 2.5 tents sewn together front to back, so it makes like a long rectangle of tent, and then at the back is a like shed basically.
All right.
Which houses the kitchen and where the hunting parties would. So
the overgrown stuff is mostly around stone-ish structures.
Yeah,
like around on the walls and stuff.
You'll see the vines and the moth, everything is kind of grown around the entirety structure of the keep itself. The tower seems to be the biggest hit of it all.
Yeah.
And you do notice that there's some new thorns growing, which is kind of odd because like about a week or 2 ago you guys hacked away, and you all been up to the tower because the tower is how you get to after the years you probably made like little stairs to the top of the wall so you can like light braziers and keep away the shadows. But when you first came here, in the tower, basically just like a storage area for miscellaneous items. At the top of the tower, you're well aware that there's a connection from one of it to the walls where you can light all the fires. There's not like a whole lot. It's like a bunch of dusty old books and some shattered old furniture.
Would you say that the encampment has like shifted that stuff to the side, or used what they could and then used the tower as their food and water storage?
Yes.
Okay. So that's the main storage for the town.
Yeah. Looking through the tower, as thorough as anyone has known, there's some things that haven't been moved because no one really thought to move it. Like there might be a crate of just like some old clothes, basically almost
withering away.
Yeah, withering away.
It's like a storage unit.
Yeah, like whoever was here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any weapons that might be on the walls at one time are just like rusted and beyond repair. Even for the cauldron, no one even thought to really move them or anything because it's just some old decor that no one cares for.
We don't see any use for it, I guess.
Yeah, it's more like just there kind of for the history, if you will, which y'all don't really know much about this place except that it just provides shelter for the Shadowdark.
Is there lookouts in the tower or at the gate?
Yes, there's
general?
constant patrols.
Okay, all right.
Probably some dudes up on the wall with some wooden ladders we've made to get up there and light the braziers on the walls.
Yeah, there's a whole pulley system for the wood because you have to put large wood into the braziers.
Yeah,
and you can see that you guys built with like stonework and rope and wood. A couple people would pull it up, to a flat level where they would offload it and take it to where they need.
Badass. Also, side note, brazier is a bra. Brazier is the fire pit.
Brazier, okay.
That's the difference.
Cool.
That's
Just
good.
so we don't go through the entire.
You know what I'm talking about. Okay.
I know what you mean.
To all
by
of you
brazier.
listening,
Yeah.
to all of you listening out there, there's a difference between the brazier and the brazier.
Brazier.
Wall torches.
Sconce.
The
That's a good
giant
word.
fire thing.
Fire pit.
Fire pit, yeah.
That works too.
Giant fire pits on all corners of the
Probably a bonfire in the middle.
yeah.
Hope's fire.
Hope's fire in the middle. Yes.
We need the light, always.
Yes. Well, at
Hope's
night.
light.
In
maybe?
the day, in the day, it's not that
Dark.
In this world, when night falls, there's creatures, shadows, demonic things, just evil that's just present. So nobody leaves at night in fear that they might get caught up with some grotesque monstrosity. The attacks happen sporadically. There might be 3 months where you don't see anything, and there might be a month of hell where like almost every night you're being attacked by something, or something's at the wall, or something's trying to get in or whatever. This town was about, when you left Night Haven Harbor, there's 150 people. About maybe like most of them, the survivors, got here, and now after like hunting parties that gone bad, attacks during the nights, because you've been here for 20 years, the number is now 80 people.
Our
inhabitants.
population has withered.
Yes, it's
Well, there's
bleak and hard times.
Probably also been some kids born and some people dying from protecting the walls at night. So that
Right, yes.
it's probably fluctuated over the 20 years.
Yeah, but overall, you do obviously see a decrease in
Total number.
total number, because even when the city, there was probably a good like 500 people, if not more, in the city, in the port city, Night Haven Harbor.
So we need this feast to rejuvenate and feel a little bit hopeful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess y'all start making preparations.
I'll stop by and drop the stakes at the Tobin's cabin. And I see Tobin. Tobin! What's up, my friend?
Oh, hello, Val. Good to see you. I'm so glad to see that you guys had a good hunt.
Of course. That's why I came. I'll give you first pick, my friend.
Yes, blessings of Geed and her wonderful nature. She's providing for us tonight, and
Indeed.
I feel blessed and seen.
Where do you want us to drop off this?
Oh, back in the back by the wooden door.
All right.
To the shack. We'll bring it in there and start cooking.
All right. I'll see you later tonight.
All right. Thank you. So we will, what was his name? Durgeon and I will get to work on cooking and prepping a large vat of stew. So we can divide up the meat as well as some of the vegetables and potatoes and stuff evenly, so we can feed as many people as possible for this feast.
All right. Mrs. Redcap, you doing anything special?
She doesn't have anything that she really wants to do. She's just gonna try to be real casual, show up a little bit later at the party.
Not like
Make an entrance. She's like, make an entrance.
She can smell the venison though from her hut. That's what I'll say.
God.
she's not doing her makeup and like trying to put
She
an outfit
has
together.
she has a red cap and she's got warts
She's
on like
beyond-
one side of her face.
She's
So I wanted to
beyond
do
makeup.
that to the group. It's like I'm playing a character that has warts, but me personally, I'm almost wart free, almost, and I'm very excited about that.
Hell yeah!
It's just she's just gonna wait and just bide her moment to come. And this is a rare party. She's not used to the procedure of a party, so she's gonna show up a bit later.
All right. So the sun starts to go down finally. Do you see all the braziers?
Braziers.
Yeah.
That's the
Braziers.
fire one.
Okay. Braziers.
Long.
Getting lighting up. The big fire pit in the center of town and all the little torches that seem to be around get lit up. You see a bunch of people bring tables to even extend the already long table.
I was gonna say that. Hell yeah.
So it comes kind of out more even out of the tent. So more people, because you are technically like feeding probably about like 30 to 40 people. Everyone else who isn't in attending the feasts,
People on watch duty and Yeah.
and they have there's other people cooking, but they enough to feed the village, if you will.
Yeah.
And you see, y'all well know, a very handsome human walking up, long blonde flowing hair, bright emerald eyes. You all recognize him as Duran Duskthorn. He is essentially the town leader, if you will. You know, his father was one of the head councils in the Nighthaven Harbor, who has fell ill recently. So he kind of just took over leadership, if you will. He comes up, grabs a big bell, puts it down. Everyone turns and he gets on like a little pedestal. Greetings, everybody. We are humbly thankful for all presence here. I would like to thank the priests of Geed for preparing this feast. And as we all know, it is the 20th anniversary of when we all came to Hope's Keep. And with that, we feast tonight, knowing that we are still here, we are still alive, and we will not let the darkness overtake us. There's always hope to be had, even in this world. I've heard tales, we've all heard the tales, of flourishing cities, wandering at night without a care in the world. Worst thing you come across is a sleeping bear. Those times, may have them ever existed, clearly not here, but we must maintain hope, and we must keep safe and keep our family, and he looks around at everybody, safe and keep us thriving. We have good news. Our scouts have finally returned, and they have found another civilization to the south.
Here, here.
Yeah, everyone's like, yeah. You see Tally, a short halfling female, who we all know runs what you call the tavern, if you will, but it's like an open, more like just a giant tent with a bunch of like tables and benches that most of them got brought out here for the feast. And she kind of maintains the barrels, and she's like handing out halfling, handing out mugs, like, hey, here you go. Val, would you like one?
Of course, thank you.
Of course. It's my new recipe.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I can smell it already.
Durjan helped me with it. Looks at Durjan, winks and thunders off and handing off more. There's word that there's another town bigger than ours. Might even be safer. They have bigger walls, more people, and I am actually curious in finding out more. We'll have talks later with my father. He's still ill, unfortunately, but I foresee a bigger party heading out south to try to connect with it. It is about a good 2 days worth of travel though, so we'll need to be mindful of this, and we'll need strong people. But if we can gather more on our side, any factions I feel is stronger. Trade, obviously. We know it's getting harder and harder here at Hope's Keep in these woods to maintain in any way of life. So if they know something or they have a better trade system, I believe we should take it. Yeah, you see more people.
I shout from the back. I say, let's make haste. This sounds like an opportunity.
Mrs. Redcap is going to go towards these noises, towards the center of town.
These peaceful times always come before the big storm, so let's make our days count.
Indeed, but that's obviously in the far out future from now. We have to think about today. Tonight. We should feast and have merriment and enjoy, for we'll have talks, me and the other council members, what's remaining of them. Well, of course, we'll have another talk, maybe in a day or two, to try to form a bigger party and try to see if we can't send trade or merge or possibly even move if it's really worth it. But let that not be the thought for tonight, for we are survivors, and tonight is about celebration of life and maintaining hope. After all, this is Hope's Keep, is it not?
Here, here.
Here, here.
Yeah.
The crowd gets to revel up. So feast, my friends, and soon we will be gathering again in talks. And if anyone's willing, by all means, and he looks at Val, by all means, there's definitely work to be done. All right, Skull!
Skull.
He steps down, saunters off.
I take a sip of drink, and I look over my shoulder and I see Mrs. Red next to me. Well, hello, Mrs. Red. I've been meaning to come and visit you tomorrow.
Hello, dear Val. How are you today?
I'm fine. It's been a good day so far, peaceful and
I
quiet.
saw that you caught a deer.
Caught two.
Oh. Did you get both of them, or did Vern help you?
He was of some sort of assistance.
Okay.
You know, we work together. Let's stay. I meant to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say about the overgrown vines around the tower? They seem unusually fast growing.
Mrs. Redcap is going to try to remember what she knows about the area.
Yeah, give me an intelligence.
The first roll of the game.
Hell yeah.
That's 11 plus 2 for a 13.
You glance up at the tower and you cock your head, and you've seen these vines before. They don't really have a name that you're aware of, but you can call them dark vines. They literally wither away stone and wood and anything they touch. Usually by some source. They have a source that spawns them, but you haven't seen these in several decades, and you haven't seen it in in the keep up until just now.
It's not me, right?
It's not you. Right?
Okay,
these are not your vines.
Right. Well, Val, these dark vines, they've got to have a source to them. They're not my doing, surely. You can see how my thorns are nice and green, and these vines are a little bit darker.
Oh, I was not assuming that what you're doing. I was hoping you can shed some lights on that. They seem to just suddenly, coming out fast and out of nowhere.
They've got to have a source. They've got to have a source somewhere, and they could be. I haven't seen these in a very long while. This is a relatively new thing for the keep, I guess. These growing vines. I don't think anything good will come of this.
I pluck some of them for you. Would you be able to examine them and give me any way how to
I have no examination spells at all. I just kind of put things in my cauldron and hope for the best.
Well, I don't like the look of them, so it seems a good time to go reach out and find another place.
Maybe we could test them with fire.
Fire?
Yeah. Are we using the keep for anything important?
Well, it's the storage area of all of our goods and foods and stuff.
Oh, okay. Well then, you need to talk to some other people about that.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Red.
It was just an idea. The fire, It's
While the fire usually cures everything, I concur. However, we might have to, what the town chieftain has said.
We got a lot of wood if we were doing to make a fire.
We might have to find another option
solution. Okay, all right.
Beyond being here. Perhaps, upon leaving this cursed town, we will set it on fire.
That would be awesome. Shun would love that.
I mean, what?
Can you smell the venison now in the air?
Yes, a little. Let's go eat. Let's go eat, Mrs. Red. You might need to get some nutrition.
Yes. Thank you, dear.
during this conversation, the townsfolk who are here for the feast and were listening to Durin have been sort of filing in, taking their seats along the long, now extended table. Tobin and Durgan have been running around getting the bowls prepared and, getting ready to, set the table for everybody as they're joining. Tobin steps away to let Durgan finish the last little bit of setup. He kind of drags the wooden box and little makeshift podium out to the halfway point of the table, sets it up, goes and fetches the wooden box that holds the chalice and, sets it on the little pulpit and gets up and attention everyone, attention please. A moment of your time before we get started. And he'll kind of wait for the crowd to look at him from the table.
Mm-hmm. They start settling down a bit and start, you see
he
people
will.
talking. It's like, hey, the short one's going to say something. Oh, okay, you see them. Yeah, most of their attention.
Go on.
Good evening, friends and family, blood and chosen of Hope's Keep. It's good to see you all here. I'm glad you've come for our feast tonight. As our leader, Durin, has said, it is the 20th anniversary of us making our quaint little home here. I just want to remind everybody that I know we live in dark times. I know things are hard and there's lots of loss and darkness in the world around us, but within such troubled darkness, there is also hope. We have each other. We have made a home in the most impossible of places, and it is by Geed's light and the other of the four lords why we can have such experiences together as such marvelous feasts. Geed has blessed us today with extra bounty from these dark forests. Even though the lands are cursed, she provides, and it is by her provision that we feast upon stew. So, please, everybody, enjoy and be merry. Tally has brought us a new special mead tonight to aid in our celebrations. And I only ask that you drink, eat, and be merry. And then he will flip open the chest, pull out the golden chalice, set it up on the podium so, it's presented for all to see. He'll bow and then exit and head off to start handing out bowls of stew.
See a bunch of people start clapping, like, woo!
Oh, yeah.
Especially the priest, like, praise be Geed, praise be Geed.
Well said, Tobin.
Thank you, Val.
All right, you guys start eating. A lot of merriment happening, goes on for a couple of hours. Suddenly, someone's like, oh, we're almost out of bread. Somebody come get the bread. Oh, okay. Tally pops up. It's like, all right, don't worry. I got it. I'll just go to the shed real quick. I'll just be back in a moment. Give him. Carry on. She disappears for a short minute. And all of a sudden you hear a scream coming from the tower shed area.
Mrs. Redcap is going to run over there.
I jump up and I perk up and I already have my hand on my sword and I just follow Miss Red.
Vern jumps up.
Yeah.
What? Oh. Follow suit.
Tobin will stay behind and try and keep calm with the majority of the encampment who's at the table.
Durgan also is like, hey, everybody come down. We got people calling as you see a couple other people, a couple of the other more seasoned outdoor party people. Y'all run up, you see Tally on the ground. You see a vine around her foot and she's scratching and she seems to be getting pulled by what seems to be one of these vines. Help! Somebody help! It's coming! It starts dragging her further.
I rush and jump and try to grab her hand or her arm. Tally, hold on to my arm. Just push. And I try to grab her.
A couple others kind and grab as well.
Mrs. Redcap is going to start stabbing the vine with her dagger.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, give me an attack. I'll say with advantage because other people start coming in. A couple other hands brandish their swords and axes and start hacking away too.
Oh gosh. 15 to hit.
Yeah, that is it.
Okay.
Low DC.
1d4 damage with my dagger. 4.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you stabbing it, and with them stabbing it too, it tears off. Managed to pull Tally away, and you see the vine wither and just it goes further into the keep, if you will, or the storage
I
shed.
pull Tally and grab her, and she hugs me. She's like all shaking and hugging. And I just walk back.
You also
away
notice
from the.
in the shed it is dark, like no light is in there.
Oh, no.
We need some light in here, Mrs. Red.
I can cast Witch Light. It's 7, so I fail to do the
You
DC.
try to cast and
I can't cast that for the rest of the day. Oh well. I tried.
I see her fail, and I grab her arm, and I, Miss Red, let's pull back. We need to get some torches in here. It's too dark. We can't risk it.
Okay.
Let's walk.
Sorry, I got excited. I got to use my dagger.
when the guys came, Caesar's like, oh, she's bleeding. We need a priest. We need a priest. She starts
We need some
screaming.
torches. Bring some fire in here.
And some torches. Some torches.
Tobe, hearing this, will look to Durgan. All right, you stay here. I'll go and help.
Of course.
And he'll go to one of the sconces nearby and pluck the torch out of it and head over.
All right. You head over. You see Tally starts to shiver. Her legs are really cut up, bleeding, and in the arms of your friend Val.
I'll walk her back.
And a couple other people just
I'll
stand
walk a few steps back and set her down.
Oh, good
and put
gods,
her foot
Tally.
up.
Tally, no, okay, here we go. I'm going to run over to Tally and cast Cure Wounds. I fail.
Wow.
Wait, we have one luck.
token.
Everybody has a
You
luck
could.
token. Yeah.
You could if you wanted to. It is an NPC.
But I could hold on to it and it would be so much more useful.
Right.
But then you might actually succeed, and then you could still cast that
Oh, that's
for
right.
the remainder of this
You
day.
need to be able to cast that later.
But you can use it. By the way, quick insert. There's luck tokens, which essentially is just a redo on any roll.
If we move further and you can't heal, that's kind of a downer.
Yeah, so I'm going to use my one luck token. That succeeds.
Yeah.
That's 18 plus 3 for 21. So, okay, so I cast Cure Wounds and I heal Tally for 1d6 6.
Yeah.
So I heal her for 6 hit points.
While he heals her, I'll walk to him and was like, ask, take the torch from him. Tobin, hand me the torch.
I'll hand it to you.
Yeah. And I step forward towards the dark pit of the tower, holding the torch, carefully and slowly, trying to see what's going on in there.
What happened here?
She was attacked by the vines. The damn vines.
Are you okay, Tally?
I feel Lord's better now. Oh, praise be the light. I tried to go in and all the lights just vanished. All the torches just went out. And then I heard rustling in the corner. And then out of nowhere, I just felt this thing wrap around my leg. And I tried to run and I tripped and fell. And it started tearing at my leg. And I got free. And I scrabbled through the door. And that's when I screamed. And then it caught me again. And if it wasn't for... And he points at all the people around. If it wasn't for them, I think it was trying to drag me somewhere. But do you see anything? Is there anything in there?
I can't see well. Are there people around other besides us?
There's people around Tally and everything. If you walked into...
before I go in, then I'll turn around. It's like, everybody, please gather up as much wood as you can. We need to make a fire pit right here before we walk further. Because I need more light, take advantage while we have the torch.
I will say, some people came over and go to the fire, and then they could easily get torches when they come by. And as you're looking through the door, the first thing you notice is there's more vines growing all around everything. Almost all the storage food seems to be completely destroyed, decomposed. Like there's rotten, there's flies around it.
I'll look to one of the NPCs, one of the guys that came over, one of the tougher guys. Go get Durin. He needs to see this right away.
Go.
Yeah,
okay.
Go get him. Go.
He runs off.
I look at Mrs. Red.
Redcap.
While I have the torch in my hand, I can see the vines. Mrs. Red, This is a time to test your theory. And I hold the torch gently to one of those vines and kind of like rub the flame on them and see if there's any reaction.
You put the torch up to the vine. It does kind of coils away.
Shrinks
and
away.
Shrinks down a little. And is you see to a corner where a big crate that hasn't ever been moved, covered in dust, and some of the vines seem to move and go under the crate.
Mrs. Vine? Mrs. Sorry.
Mrs. Vine?
Okay, cut.
Yeah, that's staying in.
Future Tim. Cut. Let me do it again. And action. Mrs. Red? You remember how you spoke about the source?
Yes.
Seems I can see something that might be the source right there behind that crate. What do you think? And I'll point the torch.
I think that I'm hungry and I want my venison. And I was invited to this party where there would be food. And now I have to go like stab some vines and burn things. Let's wait a second. No, let's burn things. Okay.
It's been a couple hours. You would have eaten. But
No, I would have eaten. Okay, well now I've got a full stomach of venison. I'm feeling
witchy.
hungrier.
That that crate over there seems to be the origin of all this.
The crate?
Look, and I, extend my arm further to, lighten up the area so she can see the
You
crate.
swing, the torch. You can easily see. There's still some vines growing in it, but when you put the light to it, it kind of coils down, like almost under the crate.
Yeah, and she sees that.
Yeah, everybody can see this.
Seems we have identified our source.
At this point, Sturgeon pops in. Hi.
Real quick, so it looks like the vines are coming from under one of these crates. Like
There's this big crate in the corner, and they kind of shrinking and kind of going under the crate. Yes.
Okay, so yeah, from like out around the sides.
Yeah,
it
like it
slips
was like
under it.
like a box, and it was like under. Yeah. The crate is probably like a big, about 3 feet to like 5 feet long, full of, from what you remember, like just old withered clothes and torn, withered leather satchels and belts that are of no use.
One of those crates you just forget about because it's just kind of there.
And no one thought to really move it because it just seemed like a waste of energy.
Mrs. Redcap.
What?
Yes, it happened already. Mrs. Redcap is gonna grab one of the NPCs nearby, try to like shake him a bit. Him or her.
Him. All the male guys ran.
We know that fire works. We're gonna go investigate a crate. Tell that little dusk thorn.
The other guy just do what she says. Just do what she says.
Tell that little dusk thorn that fire works, and then we're gonna go investigate a suspicious crate. Okay? This was my off day.
Please don't curse me.
Okay, just go. Just go. And she's gonna let him go.
He runs off.
I look at her and was like, Mrs. Red, it seems that we're gonna be doing this.
I'm gonna cast Cauldron. Okay.
Since our supplies have been damaged, so this tower is of no use to us. We can burn it down.
I'm gonna cast Cauldron. Okay.
Wait, what are you trying to? Okay. Did you fail? Wait,
Yeah.
why are you cat? Or is this for something else? Or
One of the things that a Cauldron can do is it can send a frog in. You can control a frog for like 3 turns, and I was gonna have the frog go up to it and try to touch the suspicious crate. But I failed. I failed on that one. So I also can't do Cauldron.
push your hand out and you put a hand out and you utter an incantation and you slip up and you see the fizzle from your hand, like this blue spark just, and then kind of just fades off, and then like, oh, it hasn't
That's what
happened.
I get for drinking venison.
I look at her and like,
Drinking venison.
let me do this the way it's supposed to be done. I walk slowly and carefully to that crate with the torch, with an intention to burn it.
Okay, so you lay the torch on it.
Yeah, so trying to set it on fire.
All right. A couple minutes, the torch, you see the crate kind of singe and start burning a little bit, like getting black, and a little flame kind of sparks on it. It eventually catches a flame.
And then I retreat.
All right. Unless anyone's doing anything, the fire just kind of grows and grows.
Oh, yes.
And the crate is on fire.
What happened to the vines?
The vines would have, the vines would have retreated. Well, okay, you put the light and set it on, the vines would have retreated. If you just lay there, there's just a crate there, if that makes any sense.
The crate's burning.
Yeah. I mean, if you were just doing it to make the vines disappear, that would have happened.
So yeah, so I'm doing it to see either the vines are coming out of the crate.
Do you want to burn the crate?
Yeah, so I want to burn the crate,
Okay.
and then if they are coming from somewhere else, I can see exactly where they're coming
Good,
from.
Val.
So
Good
when-
boy.
Just a quick recap. When you said when he brought the light in, we saw that the food
Yeah, so
crates in
there's
there
still
had spoiled.
vines, kind of like stronger vines, it would seem. Like some of the fresher vines, sorry, probably should have said, those were treated. There's like some, what looks like older vines,
Mature vines.
that just kind of sit there and they just seem like almost like tree roots, if you will, at this point. But they're still got the same color and they're just there. And they don't seem to be moving, but you could see them. And a lot of them are ripped through the food and everything, and everything just looks rotted.
Yeah,
like it just instantly rotted.
They compromised all the.
Yeah, and you know that this is like months supply of like grains, breads, all that stuff.
And the water stored as well, like pierced and emptied.
If there's any water, like
gone.
barrels in there or anything, everything is destroyed.
Best thing to do now is to go back to town and then just discuss, because I think we're out of food.
Also, are you still burning the crate?
I mean, I just, set it on fire and moved back. I wanted to watch it burn, and so I'm back out.
I would say about after 20 minutes, thing would be completely burned.
Disintegrated.
Yeah, you just see after the flames kind of skewed a little bit, all the ash, but the fire's still kind of going. And then you see under this crate what appears to be a trap door that's now on fire.
Put it out. Val, put it out. Don't let the door burn.
I'll jump right quick and start stomping on it. And I take my cloak and I start hitting it, trying to put it out.
I'll help too. I'll run up and try and put out the
I
fire
have
on
like
the
a
trap
small
door.
regular cloak. I just took it like a cape thingy cloak.
All right,
and I
was that
start
simple enough
smacking,
after a few, and a couple others?
Yeah. I was taken by surprise when he jumped on my ear and was like, "Put it out, put it out."
At this point,
Any barrier between us and the darkness is good. We leave the door.
Good catch, Tobin. I didn't even see that.
Who
Geed spoke to
Put
me.
this trap door here. It's just, I'm gonna spit on it.
And you hear like,
it's at this point Duran pops up. What is going on? Oh my God. And he looks around and sees all the rotten. We're ruined. That's a whole month's supply. We'd have to go forge. It took us weeks just to. Oh, he rubs his head. Oh,
I look at him and I'll be like, "Sir, it seems like the urgency is upon us now to find another option. We're out of food. These vines have taken away everything that we've been saving up for months.
How could this have happened?
And now they seem to be moving and attacking. I mean,
We just cleared the vines but 2 weeks ago.
yes. He looks around. Why is it that these vines, they don't look like the older ones? I mean, they kind of do from a few weeks ago, but these are back and they're even stronger than ever. What is going on here?
So Tally came to fetch more bread. She said the lights had turned off and there were more vines. Yeah, as you can see, around us here in the tower in the bottom. They lashed out at her and tried to pull her into the darkness, but Mrs. Redcap and Val here, they saved her. We saw vines. The majority of them were creeping out from under this crate here, and Val burned it away. That's where this trapdoor came from. It was under that crate the whole time.
But this just happened now?
yes, sir.
That doesn't bode well. That means something. First of all, that means there's something under here.
Most likely, yes.
And also, what is under here?
Well,
I thought this was all just flat ground.
I thought so too.
Our choices are simple, sir. We can investigate under this door, or we can move forward with communicating with the other town and try to make plans to exit.
It's going to take days for us to even get a venture party, and now we have to find rations not only for us, for the whole town. And we're prepping it. It's going to take weeks, and now it's going to take several more just to.
Agreed.
I have to have a meeting immediately. If anyone here can get to the bottom of this, by all means, please. I have to tell the council. They have to know. We have to replan everything now. You have no idea how bad this is. We were just on the cusp of this, of saving a little more, scrounging more, just a little bit more, and now everything's ruined. We have to cancel a feast now. Everything has to be rationed. I have to go. I'm sorry. Either seal this completely off. We need guards here. Make sure nothing comes in or out of here. If anyone can rectify this, solve this, if there is something down there, clearly we need to get it out. We also need to know what is down there. What even is down? What is down here? Like what even is that place?
So do you want us to go investigate?
Well, there's the chance if we go in, we draw it out. We could set up a fire here in the base of the tower. The tower's stone. We can set up a fire here until we decide what to do further.
Well, Miss Redcap was right all along. Fire seems to be a very useful tool against these vines.
To draw it out, that's good. That sounds great. Sorry, your name. I know.
Tobin.
Yeah, Tobin. Geed, warrior, priest. Thank you. Sorry, you have to forgive me.
It's all good.
I have to have an emergency meeting. He looks at someone. You, Zahn, get a couple other men, start a barricade, bring some fire, and yes, do as Tobin has instructed. Do your best to, if you do draw it out, just be prepared for anything. I'm going to go talk to the council immediately.
We will await your word and the word of the council, and we'll have a fire kept throughout.
Do you want us to breach the door and go in the trap door? I'm willing to venture down and see what's going on. If
you feel that is a good call,
Mrs. Redcap is tired. My ankles hurt. Okay, I want to rest or something before we go down into like this dark place. Could we maybe sleep on it?
Allow the council some time to mull it over.
I don't think we have that much time to sleep on it.
If we keep a fire here, maybe it can hold back some of the worst of it.
All right, then we have to keep the fire going, which means we need people here watching the fire, and the fire has to remain alive.
Yes, these men here, Zahn, Jack, Frederick, and William, all of you need to take shifts and make sure this fire is maintained. It is very important.
Keep it as bright as you can.
Yeah, sounds great. Yes, you seem to have things in control. I'll leave it in your hands, Tobin. And Val, I know you come from a background of adventure, so I trust your insight as well. Be safe, all of you. And if we can make it through the day, if anything else happens, please alert everybody. But let's hope. I'm sorry. I have to go. They have to know. I'm sorry.
Madeira be with you.
He runs off. So you're all gonna set up
basically like a mini bonfire in the base of the tower, since that seemed to be where the vines were coming from, the darkness and all that. Just kind of maintain a little bonfire there to hold it back while the council
set up a 3-point perimeter fires, like 3 bonfires.
3 of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
like
it's
on
like,
the edges of the...
Yeah, it's like 1, 2, 3, here's the tower.
Cool.
It's like a perimeter.
Yeah.
So, and also gives you chances. One fire goes out, 2 are already out.
Yeah, you have another 2.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
While they're on, you go put back the other one. We are not taking any chances on this.
Good idea. Good thinking. So yeah, we'll have the 4 NPC dudes keeping shifts to maintain those.
To sleep, to stay up, and back and forth.
Right, yeah, they'll take shifts.
All right. Y'all do anything besides all that?
I will...
Miss Redcap would like to rest. And I would love her assistance in this, so I will do anything to make her comfortable.
Cool.
She's a witch, and she could be of valuable assistance.
Take some time, get our spells back.
Mr. Red, would you like to rest?
Red.
Would you want me to escort you to your shed?
Yes, dear, sure.
Let's go.
Yes,
I'm gonna escort her to her shed where she feels comfortable and chill.
Very good. I will spend some time here with the fires and then go back to the feast and help everybody close out and maybe break the news to some of the people who need to know. And I will, after they leave, I will kneel down in the base of the tower and say a prayer to Geed, the goddess of feasts, mirth, and the wilds. So I will pray to my goddess and pray for her oversight in the corruption of her creation of the wilds that she gave to us. I will pray for her to spare this section that we call home and to repel these vines.
All right, the fires are up.
All right, give me a percentile. If you do it that way.
Interesting. 51.
Oh,
All right.
1 over half.
Nice.
51%.
Take that.
I will say, through, since it's the whole town's kind of there, taking turns, whatnot, and you build the fire, you all successfully rest. The night goes. You do see in the morning, there's less vines around the tower.
Sweet.
Yeah, we had 3 pits of fire.
In the morning, you all kind of gather in the center as Doran shows up. I have spoken with the council, and as I know, Mrs. Redcap, I believe you're aware too of these vines.
Mhm.
Something has moved under there. We must know what this trapdoor leads to, where it goes, and eradicate anything that's down there. It is in my knowledge that this place apparently must have been used for some sort of something else besides just a tower to keep watch for something. I don't know if it's arcane in nature or what it is, but we need to know what is down there, what moved down there, and anything anyone could find out. Miss Redcap, I would
Junior?
I hate to ask, but I feel like you have more of an expertise around these things. If you could lead a party down and figure out any information of this, whatever's down there, by all means, please. I will have to take more of the people to move out. We need to double our efforts now, as all our food supply is gone, and what little water we have from the well out will only help us for so long.
Speaking of, what are the council's ideas on that? Are we meant to double hunting efforts and replenish our supplies, or?
That's what we have to do. So yeah, we're gonna have to double our efforts, and now we have to have another watch down here for this, unless we can figure out what this is, what's down. We gotta figure out what's down there. I guess there'd be who knows what's down there. Not only the evil, but like there might be something that might tell us something about this place, or anything at this point.
If I may suggest, by the permission of Tobin, we can go investigate downstairs down that trapdoor, but meanwhile we need maybe to start using the temple as our food storage area. It seems the safest place.
No, Geed would approve of that. I think that is a wise choice.
Yeah. And we have a better watch on it.
You also don't need to put all of the food and water in the same place, if they're already lighting the corners of the walls, maybe you could put a little food and a little water. You don't put all your eggs in one basket,
That
You
is
can
wise.
spread it around.
That
Yes, that is wise.
The council was also saying we're going to need more wood and stone to build another storage. This one obviously without a trap door under there, which is going to cause more work for us and more materials. So
Is the quarry still running well?
the quarry,
Yeah, where we get our stone.
for the most part, it's been harder and harder to find more stone around these parts. We might have to find like another mine nearby. We know we can't go back to the port. No one dares go back north.
How many men can go investigate under the tower? I think doing so in the daytime would be the smartest choice, since it's typically safer.
True.
Well, a sacrifice is due here. We have to keep it to the minimum.
I mean, as much men as we could possibly help as well. Vern gets up. Yes, I believe I can lend aid. I want to let my friend Val go down here by himself for sure. I'm a good as bowman as any, so why not? And I can't let him show me for sure.
You have been a good friend, my friend.
Likewise, I'd hate to see it
With,
fall short.
with Mrs. Red with us, I think we should be... What shall you say, Tobin? You join us?
Yeah, we could definitely use a priest for sure.
I suppose I should.
Come on, like old times, friend.
Yes, I don't want to, but it would be good to
It has
have.
been a long time since our sailing days. Let's
Yes.
do this.
As a priest of Geed, I will bring her light into these dark, thorny darkness of tunnels and heal whoever needs it.
Hail Taragnus.
Geet must be upset with the disturbance of the feast, you know?
Indeed she is, and the perversion of her wilds that she created and gave to us. So I shall go.
Tobin, you can't be serious. Durgeon pops up.
Durgeon, you must maintain the temple. We will be storing food there now since the tower is indisposed. And yes, I am serious. I'm against my better judgment. I'm going to go, which leaves you in charge for the time being. But I will be back shortly. This will not take long, and you may not have my quarters.
If you must go, go with light. Geed be with you. And please promise me you'll be safe.
I'll put a hand on his shoulder. Thank you, Durgeon. And I will. This won't take long, will?
Oh, come on. I would not let anything happen to my best friend here, Tobin. What you speaking of?
Durgeon puts his hand over his shoulder on top of her. And I know you will. Take care of them, and above all, take care of yourself.
Will do.
I'll be sure things are right here.
Let us make haste.
Let me go grab my things if I'm going to be doing some adventurous things. I'll meet back up with you in front of the tower.
Right on, my friend.
Front of the tower.
Miss Redcap is gonna beeline to Durin Dustthorn.
Gonna be like, may we speak in private?
You catch him as he's about to walk into one of the councils. Sure. What's the he walks over to kind of like the side of the hut.
I don't know why you want me to go down there, okay? Maybe you don't like me.
I just feel.
But I'm gonna do my job for this town. Hope's Keep. I've been in this hut longer than maybe you've been born.
It just really seems that this is kind of your expertise of there's vines around your house. There's vines that just mysteriously pop up.
It's different vines.
But you know this.
Durin Junior.
I understand,
Junior.
but
Tell your dad to not put all of his eggs in one basket next time. Okay, I know he's sick, but
how is anyone supposed to know there's a trap door?
Somebody put that trap door there. We don't know which person did that, okay? It wasn't
Someone
there.
built a whole trap door to some place we don't know.
Here's the big thing. Durin. Everybody who can make torches should be making torches right now. Whether you need to stay at Hope's Keep or you need to dash down south for 2 days, you guys need to be making torches while we are down in the dark.
We're already doubling our efforts on food, scavenging, and we also have the wood crew going. About to talk to the council. There's plenty of wood left. For mechanical purposes, I would say you can all add at least another 2 torches.
Okay.
To your
Thank you.
I already have
you,
6 plus 2. That's 8 torches.
Damn, you're stacked up.
I
You must
purchased stuff, man.
Did you roll really well on your gold?
No, I rolled good in my gold and I
Yeah,
bought
like-
stuff.
Thank you, Durin, for the torches.
Of course.
I appreciate it, but I just want you to know that I know you might be sending me to my death. Not gonna forget it.
GM, I walk in while she's talking to Durin. Mrs. Red, it's time to go. Let's go.
Oh, okay, all right, time to work.
I didn't know what they were talking about. I just, I'm ready to go. And I walk into her and I was like, let's go, Mrs. Red.
Oh, that one. He shakes his head and enters the hut.
I fucking love it. Thank you so much for doing this character. I love it so much.
She is
Yeah, that
hilarious.
I love it,
That
dude.
is-
It's perfect. You are our chaos, and I love it. I love it so much. So while I guess y'all.
Yeah, we're already.
Okay, so I'll just make a quick detour to the tent, the big tent.
Beats tent, yeah.
Yeah, and I will go to the wooden part, which is the kitchen, and then there's a small little, what used to be a closet, but is now my little quarters, and I'll go open a little personal chest, quote unquote. It's really a box. I'll look at my leather armor. I'll start putting my leather armor on. pull out a shield and a mace and kind of stand there and hype myself up like, hey, you've got this. Gate is with you. Got this. And I will touch my holy symbol, mutter a quick prayer, and then head out to go join them at the tower.
Okay.
Tobin, what a lovely morning it is.
Hi, yes, I suppose it's lovely anytime the sun is out.
We're not gonna get another look at the sun for a while. You know, we gotta enjoy it.
Yes, thank you for the reminder.
Tobin, this is your last chance to make a prayer. Once we open that door, our opportunities might weigh in on it.
Agreed. I'll clutch my holy symbol. Geed, goddess of feasts, mirth, happiness, wilds, be with us as we traverse this darkness and repel the perversion of your wilds. All right,
Let's walk in.
after you.
Hi, yeah. Targanis and Geed, yeah, let's do this. You go to open the trapdoor and it's unlocked. So it just easily opens.
That's a good sign.
It's dark and you just see stairs descending into darkness.
Who has the torch? Who wants to be our torch bearers? I could do one.
Okay, you do the first, I'll do the second.
Okay, all right. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Let's do that.
I would
Okay.
usually say ladies first, but I'm pretty sure Mrs. Red would not.
I was
that.
technically nominated as the leader here.
All
I'm not
right.
happy about it, but I'm gonna do it, okay? Okay, Val?
Off you go, Mrs. Red.
All right, so
I would not
she's going to
contest.
use the flint and the steel to try to light a torch. Do I need to roll for that, DM, or is it just...
We also have fire around us, you could just like,
Okay,
Hold it
yeah,
out.
that's true.
It's
That's
easily
true.
no. You light a
Okay,
torch.
all right.
do we have NPCs with us?
You have Vern.
Just burn.
No other
Unfortunately,
guards or
the
beefy
guards
Or are they
stand at the
holding-
door.
Okay.
It's like, we'll be here if you need anything. I guess just holler and gods be with you. We got to make sure nothing besides you guys come out of here. Everybody else is on double duty on the towers, or now they're scavenging. And of course, we can't have the others that are, not really. They got to work their jobs.
Understood.
I will look at them with the most intense look I can get. Keep the fires burning.
Well, we don't need a fire burning into the day, but yes.
The torches, whatever the
Aim
pit.
to save the what? Mrs. Redcap is going to go to the guards and be like,
May Shun the Vile bless you, child.
Make sure the
Oh, dear gods.
Thanks, I guess. Sure.
He'd be with you.
this
May,
Redcap with the biggest grin is going to go down
may
into
all
the
the
tunnel with the
gods
fire.
be with all of you.
Well, maybe not all of
praise.
them.
Whichever. Just come back in peace. And if you can defeat whatever this might be, by all means, please do. Gods be with you.
right on.
All right, you guys descend. Torch is lit, and you all descend into this dark trapdoor beneath the tower. Who's going first?
Mrs. Redcap first, very carefully, with the torch in one hand and the dagger in another.
All right.
Just
Yes.
waiting for a fight.
I'm right behind her.
Vern would follow you closely, in which I
I'll go
Proceed.
last, yeah. Gladly, I will
Tobin.
take up the back.
taking the rear. You start going down these stairs, and it's a spiral. Down at the bottom of these stairs, the first thing that hits you is the smell of wet, mossy, sickly sweet brine. Like, have you ever been to a dump, yeah, that weird, sickly sweet smell of trash water, if you will.
I
Oh,
hate
yeah.
that smell.
In
Ugh.
fact, you hear like even distant drippings, and the walls seem wet. And as you get to the bottom of the stairs, there's like a little, you hit like flat, mossy, kind of wet dirt, and there's like, looks like the remnants of stairs, more like earth made stairs that are even, but that turn but go down, and it's just very old and decrepit. It's more like
Dingy.
dingy as
Dank.
Yeah, definitely dank as.
Be careful, everyone.
Oh.
It's slippery in here.
Mrs. Redcap's going to...
Okay, I think some stuff is gonna go down.
Let's keep our
Tobin.
spirits up, Miss Red.
Tobin,
Yes.
a torch of my torch goes out. Okay, get
Right.
ready for it.
I've got plenty. We'll be okay.
It's not about what I want to do,
I'm
not
looking
about-
around and sniffing.
what my dagger wants to do. It's about what Shun the Vile wants my dagger to do.
No. This is about the people of Hope's Keep.
Wait.
This is not about your vile god.
Oh yeah.
Mice, why are you whispering?
I'm gonna go in the torch, okay? You guys be ready to cover me, but I'm gonna go in.
Let's keep our religious quarrels away, please. We are down here and we are alone. We're gonna need each other.
This is for our home. This is for Hope's Keep. This is for Hope's Keep.
Hope's Keep.
Mrs. Redcap is going to go in with the torch and the dagger around the corner or down the stairs or whatever.
Well, yeah, you finally hit the bottom of it, and as you start to walk, you come up to a dark, cavernous, about 8 feet tall, the ceiling to the ceiling is 8 feet, water bank to your left, which show a narrowing path around the water. It just seems like you're walking up, and with the light, you just see water, and it kind of like steeps in, and you see like a very path around to the left, and just water. And then as far as your vision can see, about, probably can't see that far, but at least 10 feet is when you start to see the path winding, getting thinner, and there's water to your right.
So narrow tunnel ahead of us, water to the... Where's the water?
The water immediately in front of you, and to the left side is a very narrow path that you can walk that kind of curves
around the water. And then at the end of the tunnel, it curves left.
Yeah, it kind of just curves around. That's all you can see. It's too dark.
How deep is the water?
You don't know. You can go try to find out.
I'll take a step into the water just to test it. See if it's shallow or deep.
Well,
Like I put my foot in.
Much like a pool, it starts out, or like the beach, it starts out shallow, but you can tell it gets deeper, but like you wouldn't know how deep it goes unless you just start walking into the water, I guess.
So we can't walk around it. We have to walk through the water.
No, there's a path. There's a path
Oh,
on
okay.
the left side. I was like, why are you going in the...
I don't know.
You can go in the water if you want.
No, never mind. I will take my foot back up.
Mrs. Redcap, and back to the wall, torch leading, the party to the left, and her dagger's out, ready to stab something.
Here we go.
All right.
We're hugging the wall.
Scooting along the path.
You hug the wall and you actually get to the other side. Woo! Where it opens up a little bit more. You see a path that kind of goes to the left and one that just goes straight, I guess left and right. Yeah. One kind of leans like left, north, like sort of northeast. Kind of to the left is like north. You see a path, and then to the east is another path.
There we are again with choices. Straight ahead or to the left, fellas. Can we rely on your instincts, Mrs. Red?
I mean, I'm really good at causing trouble.
Don't know where these vines are. Could we look around to see if there's any
Is there any vines
present at all?
You would have noticed, I probably should have told us, vines are all around the wall, and you can see the vines, they're on the walls, like the sides and the ceiling.
Like completely covering the ceilings?
Not completely, but like there's like, a good portion, and they lead both ways.
We may have to go down both.
Can we burn the vines here and see if anything comes to us?
Well, I'll advise against that, Mrs. Red. We are trapped below here. If the fire gets out of control, we kind of sitting ducks.
Yeah, stuck in the smoke. And another point would be we need to burn the source. Otherwise, these vines will simply...
Let's forge ahead straight, maybe, and see what that leads.
We may have to go down both, so either will do.
Okay, Val, let's go straight.
All right. We
We'll
shimmy
go
our way straight forward.
north.
All right. You walk a certain feet, and then immediately I need you to make a dex save. Or sorry, a dex check.
Mrs.
Everybody?
Redcap?
Miss Redcap.
Okay, that's
She's
good.
leading the way.
7 plus a 2 is a 9 for the dex save.
God.
Oh, no.
You trip a wire, and an arrow flies at you. You take...
That's a lot of
Yeah, it's only one die.
Really?
You take 3 points of
Okay.
damage, of piercing damage. As
I've
an
got
arrow
one-
sticks in your leg.
One health
I'll
point.
jump. Miss Red, are you all right?
Ouch! Guys, I'm not feeling too good.
Gods, there's traps down here.
I set off a trap.
Miss Red, I
I
told
don't
you
know.
be careful.
How it works.
After all these centuries, there's still traps active down here.
Can I be healed,
Yes,
please,
yes,
Mr. Priest?
Yes.
Tobin. Lovely Tobin.
Did you fail?
Fail.
That's okay, Tobin. You tried. It's okay.
Miss Red, you're walking behind me now. That's
Okay. Well, does someone else want to take the torch? I'm not feeling really good.
it. Give me the torch.
Okay, all right. Here you go, pal. Good.
We just got
I
it.
immediately failed cure wounds. We have no healing now for the rest of the day. I rolled a 3.
We lost a healer. Let's proceed with some serious caution.
Well, I can still protect from evil and turn undead if, God forbid, we'd find any.
Vern, how brave are you feeling?
I mean, just witnessing that.
We'll have Val carry it for a while, but maybe Vern.
What,
We're gonna need you to step up.
Sure. You want me to carry the torch and go first?
Vern, keep
No,
an
not
eye.
yet.
Keep an eye on her. She's injured.
I'm not thinking straight.
For flavor and not actual HP regeneration, can I help her get the bolt broken off at the entrance point and wrap a bandage around her?
Yeah, you'll manage to
Just stop
take
the
it out.
bleeding,
Yeah. Manage
I'll
to put
help you
a,
sustain the injury.
These young arrows, so strong.
These are quite old.
yeah, the arrow definitely has some cobwebs on it.
Everything's relative.
It sucks.
Witches don't have any kind of healing, do they?
No, that's priests are the
And I failed,
main.
so it's gone.
There's not much healing in ShadowDark. Not a
It
lot.
really isn't. So who's
I'm forging ahead in the
Okay.
front. I pushed her back.
Val, search for traps. There may be more where this one came from.
Yeah. I stand there with the torch, just looking carefully at
I got
every
shot
inch
right there.
in front of me. You know, I'm not taking any chances.
you walk ahead past you see a big opening, an alcove, if you will. The ceiling rises up to about 10 feet. In the middle of this is a statue of what seems to be, looks kind of like a elven woman. At first glance, looking at it, because this statue's been down here for a while. The eyes are jeweled with emeralds. It's got wear and tear and moth growing over it. It looks like a few rubies etched on a belt with this long flowy dress. What used to be a dress. It's been deteriorated. There's parts of the statue missing, and there's an inscription written in. Does anybody speak Sylvian?
I do.
Mrs. Red,
Redcap.
Speak Sylvan.
can you
Is it
read
Sylvian or
what's
Sylvan?
the inscription?
It's-
Sylvan, I think. Or either, really.
I had 2 Sylvans written on my ShadowDark sheet.
Sylvan, then.
So
You walk up to this Miss Redcap. You brush off some of the moth that's covering the statue, and you see the Sylvan inscription written, and it reads, Titania's keep forever remain resilient and watchful.
Does Mrs. Redcap read that out loud?
Mrs. Redcap will translate it for everybody.
Can I make an intelligence or history check of some kind to see if I, as a priest, recognize that
Yeah,
name?
anyone who wants to make an intelligence check.
Nat 20 plus 2.
Nice. I got a 17 minus 2 for 15.
All right,
Nothing.
fair.
Ignore me. I do not know anything. I am not intellectual.
Miss Redcap and Tobin, you look at this and then you look up and immediately recognize that this is Titania, the fickle queen of the Fae, who views all of existence as a whimsical dream and with hidden meaning in poignant drama.
Poignant.
Poignant, that's what okay. Tanya seeks mischief, beauty, and artistry. You know this is a statue supposed to depict her, and apparently this keep, this tower, is supposed to be a watchtower for her. Like some sort of lookout for the Fae realm or for her.
Huh.
Like it was maybe possibly a stronghold or at least a lookout that may have been overlooking Miss Redcap, you would probably assume either a way into the Fae or something that is something sacred to Titania.
How are the vines reacting to the statue? Shape themselves around.
You notice that the vines, when you first walk in, they are not around the statue at all.
Mm-hmm.
They would come in and kind of stop halfway, go up the wall, come back down, and go around the other wall back to where you previously came from. It's at that moment you hear some rustling behind the statue, probably further back behind the statue, like
Deeper in this chamber.
deeper into the chamber. You just hear like, it sounds like chains.
Step back. Do you hear that?
Yes. One of you hunters, see if you can spot it.
I'm gonna walk slowly around, very slowly.
Around the statue, or just
Yeah, like, just hug the wall and try to be sneaky and just look, investigate very slowly.
make your way around the statue. Closer you get to the statue, a sense of lost beauty kind of overcomes as you kind of look at it, but then you fixate on the sound. I'll say about 20 feet behind the statue, you see a figure, humanoid looking figure in full armor, who's laying on the floor against a wall with his arms chained up. He looks frail, and you just see it kind of move a little, and he's wearing basically a full knight's suit of armor. It just seems to be shackled up against the wall.
I turn around and whisper to the crew. There's somebody here, chained up to the wall.
Somebody here.
A knight.
Ow.
This is Redcap.
Still alive.
He's gonna try to ask what language the knight speaks.
He is not speaking.
Yeah, he hasn't said anything. You just heard
She's
stuff.
gonna ask.
Oh, you're gonna ask
what
like, hey,
language? You try to figure out what language he speaks.
you're gonna
What
try
do
to
you
talk
ask?
to him?
Mm-hmm.
What do you say?
Do you speak common?
That's like the most.
You see a shuffle, and finally looks up, and he's wearing a helmet, but you see half his face is kind of covered with it, and he's just covered in like soot, and he looks weak. He looks up, and you notice an elven features on him, and you recognize a symbol on some of the armor. Immediately, you realize that this person might be a knight of Idris. He looks at you, he's like, who is this? Oh, another trick. And puts his head down and kind of just dismisses you. And he says this in common.
Mrs. Redcap is gonna speak Elvish to him and say that we are indeed real. There's 4 of us here. We can try to help you, but we don't know if we can trust you or not. Are you still a servant of Titania, or are you a servant of some other god?
He responds in Elven. He looks down, raises his head back up to you. I have a hard time believing in any gods anymore. I have fallen far from any deity. I just feel so weak now. I don't know how long I've been down here. And
I approach him and I ask more realistic questions.
Val knows Elvish too.
Who did this to you?
he looks at you, and then he looks behind you at the statue. She did.
She? Titania? Or
He
someone else?
nods, and then kneels his head back down.
What's going on? What are you saying?
This
Who is
man
this?
seems to be imprisoned here by, and I point to the statue.
Titania,
That's what he's saying.
the fae goddess.
That doesn't make sense. The Knights of Idris?
They fought with the gods against something else, and everybody lost. So that doesn't make
Well,
much sense.
the gods we know take care of us lost. Honestly, I can't recall much about Titania and her involvement.
Who else is down here? Is anybody else down here or just you?
The first I've seen in, I don't know. I've lost count. It has been well over a year.
Is this in common? Or are they still
he's still speaking
I'm speaking to him in common
Elven?
now.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
unless he's okay.
Because, we involved everybody else in the conversation.
I'm the
Hey.
only non-elf here.
He would have looked around and then switched back to common, yeah.
Okay.
I haven't seen anybody for at least a year.
I think it may have been more than a year. We've been up above on ground level and at this encampment for 20 years. How are you still down here?
I don't know what you mean, encampment.
Exactly.
Who are you people?
Perhaps we start by, taking these chains off of you. That might help you understand that this is real.
Maybe we should find out who this is first.
I don't think he is going to be any harmful to us. We can just unchain him. That might convince him that this is real. He seems to think it's not.
Vern, dear Vern, what's your god? Who do you like?
I don't really quite care for all these gods, to be quite honest.
Okay, so none of us are really aligned with Titania, right?
Not
None of us
exactly.
are really
I mean, I've heard of her.
I don't know.
I don't follow Titania. That's what you're asking.
Did you used to?
No. I honestly don't know how she even bewitched me.
So were you I'm sorry, were you at the tower before, up above?
I don't tower. He looks at you, and then his eyes just now you get a good look at him, and his face is sunken, and he looks dehydrated, probably malnourished a little bit.
Do we all carry like water flasks on us?
Yeah, I would say yeah.
Okay.
I'll take my
Rations,
sword and
we
I
got
just
rations.
hit the chains. Slam bang.
Give me a strength check.
Yeah. 19 plus 4.
Nice.
I slam bang those chains.
You
Longsword.
catch it right in the middle where his arms are like right there, and his arms fall, and he kind of falls down a bit. Oh,
I'll step over and I'll pull out my water flask and help give him some water so he can quench his thirst a little bit.
You.
Very welcome. So to catch you up, for the last 20 years, there have been about 80 or so people living above you in an encampment next to this tower that we're under.
20 years? That's
20 years, yes.
impossible.
I'm afraid it is possible.
Unless time moves differently down here.
Do you remember how the vines grew around you and the statue? Do you remember where they
Vines.
came from?
And he looks, and I guess you point him out. I don't know anything about these vines. I don't even...
What do you remember? Just start there.
There was a great battle happening, and my troop was a part of it. We were fighting all kinds of horde creatures. I've never seen these things before. We were fighting them back, and we were losing. We were losing bad. We were told to retreat. Tactics of survival started. He rubs his head and grabs some of the water flasks and drinks some. I remember just darkness all the time. And then I found a bog eventually. My faction, we were tasked to find survivors. I kept asking if there's any other knights in the area. They never... He stops and shakes his head. It hurts to think of this.
It's okay. You've given us a lot already.
I don't remember what happened. We were fighting this thorn creature, and then I saw her. He looks at the statue, and the next thing I know, I believe it to be the Fey realm, and I don't know why. Me and Conal we're there. She just looked at us, and I heard voices. I don't know if it were hers or whose they were, and then it felt like 1,000 lives flash before my eyes as if I was living them. And then when you see his face just drop. God, I think I might have been responsible for killing so many people. And the next thing I know, I've been shot to another world and being chained by her. And she uttered something in a language I don't remember. Can't recall. And then I've been chained. And I remember counting the hours, and he looks at, he's seen like a far side these markings next to him that he's been scratching. And I thought I had a count for, I don't know how much time has passed, but it felt like a year, which is beyond my understanding. I've never felt a hunger like this. And after the first cycle, which I can only think is a month, and I believe to be a month, I don't know. There's no light down here. The only light is that statue might glow from time to time, but it's been empty here. It's weird because I'm always hungry, and I should have died of starvation and dehydration long ago.
Indeed, you should have.
Do you remember your name? Remember your name, Sonny?
Yes, my name is Urex Canthern.
While he's talking, I look around and see if there's another path, anything.
This is basically a dead end.
Dead end?
You just see him, and you actually see his weapons to the side. He has a sword and a crude looking bow, which are somehow still in good shape.
So this guy has been teleported. From somewhere.
Possibly,
And
yes.
this statue seems to have to be the source.
Somehow,
Of some sort.
something's going on with it. You said it lit up from time to time.
I thought gems glow around her belt, and then I see green in front. You would surmise that it's probably the her eyes, her literal emeralds glow from time to time.
What if we try to remove those stones?
Well, it's possible that that's what was keeping him alive for all these years.
Now he's with us.
Should we take him up top and have him taken care of? Restore him and give him some food and...
That sounds like a good idea. What's his name, the fourth person who's with us?
Vern?
Vern. You take this man upstairs.
Are you sure?
Yes. No,
I guess I could.
It's a dead end.
If it's once a month, you know that this creature, this deity may call you to do your deeds or whatever, like a winter soldier kind of thing. Would you be okay with us coming back for you later on to try? We already freed you from your chains, but obviously you need to gather your strength. Could we leave you a ration and just let you gather your strength? Would you be okay with that, Urix?
Just here? But
Or do you want to get out of here?
What do you want?
You have already free. He looks at his arms that are now no longer chained. I mean, I could probably do a bit of food. My strength is weak. And he tries to stand up, and you see it takes a bit of effort.
I'll help him, but I'm 3'4", so I'm like not helping much.
Vern steps in and helps him up. My
Yes.
weapons, if you don't mind. Vern hands him his weapon. He sheathes it.
Vern, please do take him up top. Please ask Jack and William to watch over him in case any sort of magical thing overtakes him and makes him go crazy for a little bit. But otherwise, give him some food. You can take some from my stash if need be, at the temple, and give him a place to rest.
If that's what you guys wish for, I guess. So I don't.
Afterwards, you can come join us again.
Oh, okay. This must be a look. You know what? All right.
Obviously, it's a dead end, and it seems this statue is ours.
We may want to escort them past the pool.
I mean, I could probably get
We
around
don't
the
know
pool
what the-
too, but sure. At this moment, you hear scraping across the floor. And some clacking.
Do you hear that?
I do not like this sound.
Mrs. Redcap is going to lose one ration. Just to be clear, she's gonna give one to.
Okay. You hand a ration. At this point, you hear the clacking getting louder.
Burn, Val.
Everybody step back.
Yes.
It's about when you get around to the statue. Who's moving? And where are you going? Where are you going?
I want to kind of stay near our dude, Urex.
So they stay here, we move forward.
You get to the statue and you see immediately these white figures coming with each step, just everything seems to rattle and shake. And then you look and you see 1, 2, 3, 4 skeletons with swampy water and algae, just moss and fungus growing. There's red in their eyes glowing, and they just walking towards you. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Hell yeah.
Let me put some Syrinscape on. This battle combat music and all the music you're hearing is brought to you by Syrinscape, a great tool for all your TTRPG and just ambience for one-shot sounds and just music. Check it out.
4 skeletons, right?
Yeah, 4 skeletons.
My bet the skeletons go first.
What'd you get, Miss Redcap?
7.
9.
3.
Dean goes first.
That's it.
I rolled a 5,
Oh.
and they don't have any dex.
Okay, all right. That's a good.
Good to know.
I noticed those skeletons and I see
You are
them.
in the far back, aren't you?
No,
Right
he
here.
and,
Oh,
he
he's
and
okay,
Vern
okay.
moved up towards the statue.
Yeah. So I see them clearly. As soon as we got by the statue, I see what's going on. My long bow, and I want to take a shot and make sure to slow them down before they approach any further.
Okay, which one are you shooting at?
This one.
Number 2.
Number 2.
It's actually gonna be number 3, but okay.
Okay,
All right,
number 3.
3. Let's do this.
Yeah, roll attack with your ranged weapon.
5,
Plus
Oh.
2
Plus-
for 7.
7, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you shoot and it goes right by it as it zigs while you zag. All right, Tobin.
All right, I'm gonna. Do you shout anything out about the?
Tobin! There's skeletons coming up front!
Oh, dear gods! So I'm gonna move up a little bit to get closer.
Just want to see if he.
What did Vern do on the initiative?
Miss Redcap, stay back there!
Cool.
Okay, so I
Nice.
moved up about 25 feet, a little bit behind Vern and Val, near the statue, but a little bit behind him.
Really? Wow. Sorry, I just got like 2 in a row. I'm trying to split their.
How was the time on our torch doing?
It was around 15 minutes, I think. 11 minutes now.
Okay, then I'm going to cast Protection from Evil on Val.
On Val?
Aw.
Oh.
He tried. He tried.
7 plus 3 is 10, which is 1 under the DC of 11. So I fail. I no longer have protection from evil.
And heal. Did you fail
And
heal?
I also don't have cure wounds.
Oh my god.
So I lost 2 of my 3 spells.
Yeah.
So I run up to behind Val and Vern. So I see the skeletons. Oh my dear gods. Oh, okay. Dear Gade, please be with please. And then the spell fades as I fumble over the words and I lose that spell for the rest of the day.
Well, it's the skeleton's turn. All of them are going to move about 3 squares up, and that's all they can do. So there's that. Urix, the knight,
Oh, yeah.
he is going to move up to the statue. When he gets to the statue, it glows, and you see a glimmer in his eye, and he reaches out his hand and touches the statue, and all the gems light up, and you see him looks fully rejuvenated. His skin gets more flesh, his eyes are no longer sunken, and he's got this glow, and he just stands up straight and just looks around and just gives out a guttural yell and brandishes his weapon. And that's what he's going to do. And he looks like he got completely rejuvenated.
Fully
Hell
restored.
yeah. Awesome.
Vern, who was back with him, right?
Yeah.
He was near Val.
No, he was
near Val by the statue. He's
Okay. He's gonna
That
move up and shoot at Skeleton 1
He's already here.
with his crossbow. So he shoots Skeleton 1 and he actually hits.
nice.
And then damage just a straight D8.
Yep. Just 1d8.
He shoots at it and destroys that first skeleton.
Yeah.
Just for 7 and boom, it is gone. Skeleton 1 is down. And it brings it to Redcap's turn.
All right, Redcap is going to try to move a little closer. He's not quite sure of Urix, sorry. Urix, and what he's going to do. And so he's going to just move, I don't know, over here, I guess.
Okay.
And
move around to the other side of the statue.
She's going to try to cast Eye Bite on the second skeleton.
All right, go for it.
Yes, natural 20.
Nice.
Okay.
And what does Eye Bite do?
Eye Bite does 1d4 damage to the target, yeah, and then they can't see the attacker until their next turn.
So it can't
Nice.
see you. Okay.
Yeah.
And
They
you
can
can
see everyone
double-
else, but it can't see me.
On a crit, you can double any
Yeah.
one numerical value.
So I roll 1d4 and I'm gonna double it because it's
Hell
an
yeah.
action.
All right, roll your damage.
3 times 2 is 6 damage.
Yes.
This is so big for Shadowdark.
You cast Eye Bite and you just see its eyes just the red glow in that you see in all these skeletons. Just that one vanishes and it just falls to the ground into a pile of bones.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good job, Mrs. Red. Good job.
Brings us to Val. It's your turn. What do you do?
I'm going to move a little bit to the side and take a shot at this one here.
Skeleton
Fourth.
number 4.
Same thing with my long bow. 15
15 to hit.
15.
Yeah, that hit.
and 5 damage.
Gets hit and you see like a bunch of bones spread off. It looks pretty bad, but it's still barely hanging on with like half of its torso is gone, the left side, but the other hand still
Nice.
still has a weapon and it's still coming forward.
In your
That looks
face.
pretty bad. That brings us to Tobin.
Oh gods, oh gods, oh gods, oh gods. And I'm gonna run up.
Show some courage,
I'm
Tobin.
gonna grip my holy symbol with the hand that's holding the shield. I'm gonna run forward. Geed be with me. And I'm gonna attack skeleton number 3 with my mace. 8 to hit.
8 total.
8 total to hit.
That misses.
So I whiff. Yeah, up my swing with my mace. Oh gods. And that's my turn.
All right. And that brings it to the skeleton's turn. Number 1's gonna move up to
Number 3.
Sorry, number 4 is going to move up to the bowman,
Val, me.
Val.
This one's you?
Yep.
and it's going to attack you. 13 to hit.
That hits. His
Yeah.
AC is 10.
That hit.
All right. You take 4 points of piercing damage as it swings,
You're still-
slashes through you.
Ah, I'm hit. Ah,
Blood
damn it.
splays off of you in a bit.
Ah.
The other skeleton is going to attack you, Tobin. You know, it's right in front of you. That's AC 12.
12 is my AC.
That hits.
Kazam.
And you're going to take 2 points of piercing damage.
Oh, luck.
How are you doing, Tobin?
I'm good.
All right.
What is that guy doing? The rejuvenated dude.
Well, it's his turn now. If you would wait for initiative.
Okay, I'm opening my thing.
So he's rejuvenating. He's going to run. He sees the priest who tried to help him. Or wait, you gave him a water flask, right?
Yeah.
So he's going to run up to the skeleton that's in front of you, Tobin. And he's going to be like, "May the knights of the green and knights of Yadis strike ye!" And he's going to swing. Yeah.
Too much.
Oh, wow. That actually still hits, though.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, with his bonuses. Yeah, so he actually hits. He slices him in half.
God.
And that
Hell
thing
yes.
just explodes into bones and dust.
In
And
the
it
name of
disappears.
Idris.
Yeah.
That brings it to Vern's turn. He looks over, sees you get attacked. He's like, "Get off of my friend, you fell beast!" and shoots an arrow.
Slam bang.
Ooh, and whiffs it. Yeah, arrow flies far and does not make it. I rolled a 2, so 4. Yeah. Redcap, it's your go.
This Redcap is going to cast Eye Bite again at the last skeleton.
Go for it.
10 plus a 1 for 11 to hit.
11.
Yeah. I did the DC is 11 and I cast 11.
Oh,
so
so
you made it.
yeah, it sets off. Yes,
okay.
you make it.
Yes.
Yeah, make it.
Yes.
Meet it, beat it.
Yeah.
Meet it, beat it.
Okay.
Tie goes to the victor.
Success.
2 damage on the last skeleton.
That's all I needed.
Nice.
Yeah, he goes down. You cast Eye Bite. Its eyes flash cold as it's half of its torso, and it's about to go swing on you, Val, and then it just drops to the side. It comes over to swing, and then it just
In slow
falls
motion.
to the side, yeah, and collapse. And we are out of combat. The first combat of Shadowdark.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Good job, guys.
I took 4 hit, half of my health.
I took 2, and Redcap's at 1 health still, right?
But I did the finishing blow on 2.
Yeah,
Minutes
dude.
from
Good
far
job.
away.
You did good. You did
Good job, Mrs. Red.
Which
You
is
saved my
rangy.
life. I owe you this one.
But Urix are a newfound friend. I don't know if we would have done this well without Urix.
Yeah, I'll see the calm for a few seconds, take a few deep breaths, and then look up to Urix. Thank you, sir. Thank you. That was a good blow.
I don't understand it. And he turns and looks at the statue. This makes no sense. She imprisoned me. It had to have been her. It had to have been her.
Well,
But
not
then she rejuvenated me.
it could be something else may have cursed the lands.
You may have been deceived. You can't be restored by the same thing that has imprisoned you.
Why was I here? Why was I in prison? Why was I used? I was used. Those, unless they're not my memories, I don't, and he rubs his head. Everything's hazy. I don't understand why I'm here.
Perhaps
I don't even know where here is.
perhaps you were a reserve. You know, the main army goes in and crap happens, and then the reserve army is there. You know?
One man? One elf? That makes no sense.
Maybe they knew they were gonna lose the gods, and they kept you for something later.
I need to find my people.
Well, we need to find where these vines are coming from. We still haven't answered that question.
This is true. The people of our home above are in danger if this darkness is to remain. You are welcome to go with Vern here and go up to the top and get some much needed rest and food. But if you would like to defeat some of the darkness in this cavern, we could use your help.
You have helped me, and I could only return the favor. Yes, I will help you all.
Very well.
I feel rejuvenated, and I am beyond grateful. I will help you, and then I must find my people and get out of this hell.
Well, if you help us, we will help you. And unfortunately, we have just, last night we lost most of our food provisions and storage, but I have some of my own. I can help you get a good meal if we make it out of this.
Well, while they're talking, Mrs. Redcap is going to light another torch. We're on like the 1 minute marker for this.
Good catch. Good catch.
Yes, thank you. Thank
I
you.
was
we did.
slightly wondering at that because I looked at it a
I don't
couple
want to get
times.
caught off guard
Yeah.
with this.
If you
Oh,
want,
man, yeah.
I'll pass you one
I have a
since
bunch if you need.
since we got some extras. Or you.
No, I've got, I had 4 to start. This is the third to last torch that I'm lighting.
Okay,
so
dope.
It's good. But yeah, do I need to roll for that, or is it just
No, to light it for now, I'll have to look into it
out of
further.
combat?
But as the thing for that, if the torch goes out or you're in complete darkness and then you try to light a torch,
Yeah.
then you're gonna have to roll for some stuff.
Yeah, okay.
But
Since
for
you're catching it early, you can light the
Yeah.
new one with the old one.
yeah, I'll been allowed that, so you could easily light the
I'm
torch.
just gonna reset it at the 0 mark. I'm gonna start the torch now.
Dope.
I'm going to try to
Standard,
collect
okay.
my arrows.
You guys appear to be slightly wounded. I might be able to help with that, but I don't know why. And he touches his head again and looks down as if he's in pain, and then looks up and like, did you hear that?
No.
What is it?
I couldn't quite understand it, but if any of you trust me, and he looks at you, Redcap, take my hand.
Oh yeah, you killed one of these mother lickers. I'll take your hand.
He grabs your hand and then he touches the base of the statue and then moves his hand up to the foot and it glows. And let's see if this works. Oh yeah, meet that. You are restored for the cure wound spell. What is
1d6 plus half of your level, unless you're level 1.
Well, I rolled a 6, so
The 6.
you're good. Anyone else I might be able to
Me next.
take my hand if you trust.
Thank you, Mr.
You get 2 points, 2 HP back.
All right.
Anyone else?
I'm okay. I'm fine.
If the statue provides healing, we can rule it out as a cause of all these vines.
I don't know if it's. I don't.
As mischievous as Titania may be, I don't really see her being behind the curse and darkness of these vines.
It doesn't make sense.
I think this has to do with something else.
Yeah.
As a former arsonist, we can always take our time. You know, we don't have to do it immediately.
How about we
We
go?
can set fire to the vines here later on.
How about we go and check out those water pools?
Well, there was that other tunnel.
Passage, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's try to go right.
there's nothing else here.
Do we? Speaking of that, so we saw vines in the last north
They were going
and
both
east
ways.
split. The vines that came this way with us.
They didn't go. They go up to like halfway because they're on the walls. They're not on the floor. Oddly,
Okay.
so they're up against the walls, but they go to almost to the statue, but they don't. Like if the statue is, it's probably like 10-20 feet, and it stops and it goes up around and then curves back out.
Back.
So
Okay,
they
so it's
avoid
almost,
the statue.
Yeah. Okay. So seeing that, I'll point up while talking to Val. Yes, it seems like the statue is covering
The area.
this one, so we should check out the other side.
Yeah, there must be something behind us we missed.
You also notice the skeletons never made it to the statue.
That's
Interest.
true. If we stayed behind the statue, they would have never been able to attack us.
True. So if we need to run from something, this might be a good spot to come back to.
Let's keep that in mind.
Yes, we should check the other passage and burn the source of these roots.
Did everyone collect their arrows?
I am going to collect my arrows.
Your cowl is showing.
I shot 2 arrows.
Give me a percentile.
10 and a 6.
So 16.
16%. Your arrows are.
Alright. Alright. I have plenty.
What about Vern?
I was
Does he
just being a
get-
cheapskate.
Fine, I'll do for
Sorry,
Vern.
sorry. Did Vern buy any arrows? I don't know his inventory.
Don't you worry about Vern.
We love Vern, okay?
If he copied me, which means he has
He
plenty.
rolled a 13 and he didn't find
Oh,
it.
gosh.
His arrows
Okay,
got
well-
smithereen by these things, or they got shot into the dark and it's not worth looking for. He takes a minute and then it's like, nah, we gotta press on.
So let's
We gotta press
return
on.
to the water.
We
Go back to
have
that
a new
other
party
passage.
member.
So we're gonna head back the way we came, and then in the previous passage leading to this large chamber with the statue, there was a split. We're gonna go down the other path
Towards the south.
towards the towards the East.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
towards the east.
Easy enough. Who's got the torch?
So Mrs. Redcap lit another torch.
So she has the torch.
Yeah, which is on the 53 minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You make your way to this back to the path, and you come to an opening. It appears to be another giant room, very dark, and you hear scuttling and just some weird creaks, and you notice a lot more vines on the ceiling.
Do they all look like they're heading towards the same direction in this chamber?
Not only do they look like they're going in that same direction, they almost seem to be moving, maybe possibly even pulsating.
Oh God!
Might seem that we have found our source.
Oh, they're moving.
They're pulsating. Disgusting.
They even make this weird as they scrape against the stone cavern and ceiling and wall.
Guys,
I
I
hate
think
the sound.
we got
Me
really
too.
lucky going north first, and then east. I think we lucked out there.
Man, it's
50-50.
like a complete opposite of the last campaign, which you can check out at WTF Bro, where
We went the wrong way first.
Yeah.
Yes, Gide is watching over us. Indeed.
Now that looks like a source.
Do you all go in?
Mrs. Redcap, with full health and a new torch, is gonna go forward.
He's gonna
Let's
lead the way.
proceed carefully, Miss Redcap.
Looking for traps.
She's gonna look for
As we go.
traps, and she's just gonna try to observe the chamber, like raise her torch up and see what's going on in this larger.
You walk in carefully, and it's dark, and you just hear more, and you see and hear the scraping of the vines as you move your torch around, and you're following the trail of it before it comes to the end, and you look and you see in front of you a massive just pile of thorns covered in algae and moss, and the smell stench reaches you harder, and you feel this breath of horrible air heat come out of it as an orifice kind of opens up. The vines kind of split, and you see, like, for a very sudden moment, like a maw pops open with teeth as it goes, as it exhales this skittering nest of nettles and thorns, and all of a sudden, in this weird mush of like a blob of thorns, if you will, two big eyes just open up, and they're like big red marsh lights, and it's just, and you see all the thorns and needles just move and just wreath for a second, and it shakes violently for a second, and everything just, and stone and debris falls, and it looks at you, and it just moves in this weird distorted way where like all these vines just contort in this weird horrifying way as it pops up with this small level of water, just kind of like that it's been sitting in, and just I need you all to roll initiative.
Yes.
We need to burn this thing.
That's awesome.
Got a mouth and two eyes. Okay.
It's just like yeah, okay, so you know that Pokemon Tangela?
Yeah.
The kind of think of that, just like, but just weird thorn meshy and just mold and fungus growing off of it, just in its stench, and it's just vines coming out of it, thorns and vines just like everywhere.
That's cool as hell. And then it's sitting in a little pool of water.
Yeah, it's a very small pool of water, but it's
Okay.
you know just enough to.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
I think Mrs. Redcap might need some help here, guys. I don't know.
You need to sit back.
What'd you get, Redcap?
6 on initiative.
19.
19. Oh, Jesus.
15.
Val, you
Yep. Val goes
go
first.
again.
Go, Ranger.
I'm gonna move to the side here, and I'm gonna yell at Miss Redcap. Miss Redcap, you need to step back. And is there a way I can lit up the tip of my arrow, make it flammable before I shoot it?
Like light it on the torch
Yeah.
as you pass her.
Yeah,
You gotta get close to Mrs. Redcap, I think, to do that.
yeah. I'm going to her.
Take your whole action to light up one arrow.
Yeah.
You could either light it off of her or flint and steel. Wait. You're lighting it off of her.
I have my bow and arrow. I moved next to her. Is it like quickly I can just lit it like this and shoot it?
Oh, well, because you can't just like light it on fire. You'd have to wrap it with something.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I'm gonna shoot it and aim for one of her eyeballs and see if I can do it.
Yeah.
Give me an attack roll.
14.
That hits.
Thanks for checking me.
Okay.
Well, all right, 1d8. 8 damage max.
Nice. Good shot.
Boom. That's a good beginning.
Hell yeah.
You shoot, and it actually hits one of his eyes, and it just, you see that red light, marsh light, just go out and just, and it goes, growls in pain and writhes. Yeah, that hurt. That brings us to Tobin.
Bloody hells, it makes noise.
You can move Tobin too. You got.
Yes. So at a quick glance, does it seem like this is an undead creature? Or is it just
It looks like a mass
of thorns?
Thorns. You could tell it has a mouth and obviously eyes.
It's organic.
It's
There's growing vines.
Yeah, it
Very organic.
yeah, he wouldn't really give off undead vibes, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough. So massive vines wrangled together in this giant ball of pokey death, and glowing eyes and a mouth.
Yeah, well, one glowing eye now.
One glowing eye now.
As it is no longer has an eye.
Could I run up to it, or is that too far?
I'll let you go, yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna see Val get a good shot off on it. He's gonna grab his holy symbol. For Hope's Keep! And rush and swing his mace at it.
Give me an attack roll.
Okay, 13 to hit.
That hits on the nose.
Sweet.
All right, finally we're doing some
Oh
stuff.
man, 1 damage.
We'll take it.
It's
We'll take
something.
it.
All right, it is its turn, and since you're right in front of it, and it's taken all this damage, it is going to do Thorn Hail.
Oh Christ.
Is that an area effect?
No, that's just an it thing.
Okay.
Looks like I'm about to play as Durgeon.
He's gonna get you're gonna get 50 COVID shots at once.
For real. Right to the face.
Well, you take 2 points of damage, and I need you to do a con check.
Gotcha. 15.
You pass, and you are not paralyzed.
Which means you need to move out of that area.
I got something for that.
Which brings it to Vern. He's going to move that way to the left, just a little bit, and shoot his shot. He's
gonna flirt with it.
Yeah, he's gonna try to romance it.
Shooting his shot.
Shooting his load.
Oh god.
Yeah, that hits. Rolled 16 and blah 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 blah. That's a D8.
Yeah, 1d8. Come on, blind the other eye.
Using my coffee dice,
Nice.
and it hits for 4 damage.
Nice.
So, it sinks in, and you hear it just growing, and the vines on the walls and ceiling move and shiver as if it feels hurt. All right, and it brings us to the knight's turn. Urex. He's gonna swing his longsword at it. He is overzealous, comes to swing and managed to hit one of his thorn as he goes to swing up at it. The creature shoots out a vine with thorns, and it hits the sword and parries it off. And unfortunately, that's his go. Which brings us to Redcap.
Mrs. Redcap would like to do eye bite again, but on the eye that wasn't shot with the arrow.
Fair enough.
Finish it
The
off.
creature? Did we skip the creature's turn?
No, she did his turn.
No, he attacked you. Remember? And you did the
I thought we
same.
went
Hail
around
of
again.
Thorns.
Yeah,
No,
so
we
I gotta do
haven't
two.
gone on
Oh, okay,
round
okay.
totally.
Yeah.
Mrs.
That's-
Redcap
that's-
is the last one.
That's on me. That's on me.
Oh, nat 20.
Oh, man. These dice are made for you,
Double
man.
damage.
No, the first day I failed 2 spell checks.
That's
and then
true.
I got 2 nat-
That's true. You got him out of the way. You got him out of the way.
Okay, I bite. So I
You
gotta
doubled
roll
it.
it.
You double any numerical value of the spell.
Okay, 2 times 2, 4 damage
To the eyeball.
to the eyeball, and they can't see me at least for the next round. Maybe whoever's standing next to me. I don't know.
You see it wince, and the color of its eye kind of changed from the red to like a slight violet color, and it groans and stuff starts shifting again. That brings it to your turn, Val.
I'm gonna make a slight move right here and take another shot at that eye
Hell yeah.
and finish it.
To the other eye. Roll attack.
Pray for me, Tobin. 16 plus 2, that's
Gene is with you.
18.
That hits. Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
18. Dommage, give me another 8. 5.
Nice.
Still good. That's still good.
Taragnus and Geed were with you.
Thank you.
This thing looks extremely hurt, and it screeches as you arrow hits right above its eye. It's not blind, but it's starting to spew out this blackish green vial coming
Ugh.
out. Just like bringing us to Tobin.
10 to hit.
That unfortunately does not hit.
So I'm screaming as I swing, but it's half a scream of fear.
As you get this green black vial splashed on you as you swing, you're like, oh gods!
And I miss entirely.
You can still move.
No, I'm gonna stay where I am, and that's it.
All right, that brings it to its turn. It's going to attack the knight because he's right there, and he actually
Did more damage.
Yeah, he actually didn't do damage because
He whiffed.
Yeah, he whiffed, but
So have I,
you don't seem to be.
He makes you more
seem to be a
threatened
threat.
by the Knight of Yidris' ancient unknown thing.
It actually hits you, and the fact that you didn't hit it, it's like, okay, it might have made an effect as far as it knows.
Fair enough.
But it's going to attack the knight, which I need to pull up his AC.
I'm sure he's a little more intimidating than a 3'4" halfling too.
Probably didn't even notice you.
Yeah.
He tries to attack the knight with the same whip thing, and this time Urex parries it. So he's having a battle, and they're just parrying
They both
vines. Yeah, they're both like matching each other right now.
That's cool.
That brings it to Vern.
So lucky to go north before east.
Yes, for real.
Wow. So Vern shoots an arrow, and it makes contact.
Oh hell yeah, this could be it.
Yeah, Vern might actually kill this thing.
And then we can burn it.
Yes.
Mrs. Red, we might be able to burn this thing.
We have to
That's an 8.
do a controlled.
he got an
Hell
8.
yes.
Oh,
He shoots it straight in his other eye, and it just reels and bams up against the wall. It just, you see the vines just, and it starts to wither away, and they all just turn black and start peeling down like that weird video game kind of effect, and it
Yeah.
just starts deteriorating, and everything just kind of seems a little bit lighter, and it's dead. It just riles down into a mass of dead, rotted thorns that you go to touch, and it like they just break off easily as it kind of just melts away in its own sludgy water that is sitting there. You're out of combat, and you do notice 5 gems. Congratulations, you just killed a bogthorn.
Hell yeah. We killed a
Thank you.
bogthorn. Well, y'all
Well, that's
killed a
right,
bogthorn.
You got some
literally-
damage at the beginning.
I have no. I
created
didn't.
well, I didn't create this, but I killed the bog.
Yeah,
you killed it.
You created and you killed the bogthorn.
The judge and the jury.
I've hit once. I failed 2 spells and I've missed like 3 attacks.
It's freaking magic. It's so.
That's Shadowdark, man.
At least you didn't do natural ones. You know,
yeah,
we got.
thank God.
Oh god, yeah, that was
Start of the
fun.
campaign after.
And you're the only one who got hit by it,
Yeah, true.
technically.
And I'm still okay. I'm like half health. But
So-
I'm a little beat up.
So these 5 gems. What do they? What are they?
They're 5 emeralds.
I have emeralds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's collect them. Mrs. Red, do you happen to know what these are? I suggest you pick them up.
Could I do
I don't want to touch these
an
things.
investigation check or something? Could
Yeah,
Mrs.
they're
Redcap
just
look into
regular
these?
emeralds.
Can I recall if there were any divots on the statue that looked like there were gems previously? And
Oh, like missing or something?
yeah, there were gems missing from the statue.
You would be able to tell that there was nothing.
It looked whole.
It looked whole for the most part. I mean, it looked deteriorated, like time has withered it away.
True, yeah.
As far as like maybe a slot for like a gem or something
Mhm.
missing, no.
Okay.
All that's left is the vines, right? The necrotic vines. or something
You're
like that.
seeing them slowly. All the vines start to deteriorate.
Disintegrate.
Okay. I guess Mrs. Redcap would like to talk to Idris. So,
Or the Knight of Idris.
yeah, the night.
Urix.
Hey, Urix, young feller, come over here.
He looks at you. Can I help you?
So you said
Further.
you wanted to find more of your own kin?
I can only hope to any of these gods that there's more of my clan. Hopefully my clan left. Any knights of Yirgis. Any Green Knight left.
I have a feeling that there are more of you than you think there are.
I hope so.
Would you be willing to stay with us for a while? And as we move around, as we give you a better look at the territory above ground, we may give you clues as to where to go next.
If it means getting out of here, I will do anything. I don't know what this place is. I've been here far too long. And if that thing, he points at this pile of now it's slowly turned to murky water at this point. If that has been down here with me this entire time, I want no part of this place. I want to find my clan. I want to go back and rid the evil that has been plaguing.
Go on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Let's go on the sunny side, the above ground.
Miss Redcap, stop singing. Pick up the rubies.
It's an odd song. Okay, well, we'll all get one ruby, one emerald gem each. Okay.
I think
between
that,
the 5 of us.
I think that maybe these emeralds should go towards, if we can eventually make it to that other settlement to the south, replenishing our food storage here for Hope's Keep.
Well, maybe you could do that with your emerald, Tobin.
You mean to keep something that could benefit all of us?
She earned her ruby. Come on, Tobin.
For the sake of argument, I'd do half of my emerald, Tobin. I'm willing to give half of my emerald.
Very well, I suppose you did.
1.5.
You did aid greatly in this encounter. So we have 5 emeralds on the ground.
Is that what I said, 5?
Yeah.
1 each, really.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1 each.
I will say by the size of these gems, they're about 20 gold piece.
Ooh.
20 gold
a piece.
A piece.
Let us each take 1. And if time comes and we need to all pitch in, we can use them.
Very well.
It is easier that way.
So you all have to feed this thing, gathered your gems.
Each took 1 gem, and now we're heading back out to the surface.
Well, it seems like that thing, whatever it was the source we were looking for.
I hope it cleared the tower up top.
Well, it cleared the vines here, so there's hope.
We still have 20 minutes on the torch, guys. Let's try to get out of here.
Yes, let's get out of here.
Yeah, you guys make your way easily back to the surface. The guards come up, and who's walking out for? Like, what's the marching order?
Probably.
She has the torch.
Yeah.
I'm right next to her. I'm always next to her.
The person with the torch should be the last to leave the dark.
Yes.
So Miss Redcap is gonna usher everyone.
I'm with you. I'm watching with her. I'll make sure she's cool.
All right. Thank you for watching my.
So John and William start to see a light of Ode start coming closer as they notice they're looking down and guarding. They brandish their weapons before they see a familiar face of Val. Hey, are you? I think you bloody did it.
We did it for sure. We
the
found
vines
the
all
source.
around here. They seem to be deteriorating at a actually exponential rate.
Yeah, the source was a disgusting creature that was festering below.
As you walk out and you say this in passing, and obviously Vern walks up beside you and Tobin, and then they oh god, do you make it? And they and they branch their weapons and pull it. Like, who is that?
Hold it back, hold it back.
Okay, it's okay.
He is with us. He's a friend.
We found this stranger under there, trapped and chained to the wall.
Like trapped under a trapped?
I understand. We are also very confused, but he aided us in clearing the source of the thorns, so he is a friend as far as I'm concerned.
He's a knight.
Of Idris.
How the bloody hell can somebody be trapped down there?
I don't know, but
he doesn't know himself, so
Jack,
it's a mystery.
go fetch Master Durin.
John, but okay.
Whatever your name is, go fetch Durin.
Jesus, only been 20 years. I think you know somebody, and then
I'm sorry, we've just been through a lot. Okay.
Okay, I'll go fetch Durin,
and you have your helmets on, so it's hard to tell.
You all look alike at the dark.
We're all stormtroopers.
But he's a little short for a stormtrooper.
He goes quickly. William standing there is like, you You're wearing a bloody knight's eardress. How is this even possible?
Well, it appears that it is possible.
Mrs.
Down there for how
Redcap is
long?
gonna be the final one to like come out. The trapdoor, like shut it.
Like, you bet your bottom dollar, Sonny. Okay, this is a Knight of Idris.
Oh, you're alive still.
Yeah, you thought I was gonna croak
Jack.
in the dark. Like a classic
Some of the times I
politician
would've-
maneuvering someone else into
I
dying.
would have had
Frederick William, one of you used the word exponential. I'm still excited about that. Okay?
One of the guards gives another a gold piece because they had a bet that she would die under there.
You see him like, you see him on the side doing like this.
Yeah,
You want me to put the torch next to your fires over there? It's still daytime out here.
What is it? Is it nighttime or day? I think
you
it's
guys
still
were just
daytime.
down there for like 2
Afternoon.
hours.
Yeah.
You started this in the morning, so it's
It's
still
still daytime. all right.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm gonna just help your fire here. I'm gonna put the torch in it. Okay? We're gonna talk to Duran about why he's recruiting elderly, incapacitated people to do his dirty work.
To be fair, and this is coming from me, Mrs. Redcap, you did
Say
very
you
well
did a
done.
bloody good job down there. Well,
They
Yes.
just, everyone has eyes and they could be bitten at any time. It's just something that Shun tells me. I don't always have to listen to it. You know, I try to use my common sense, but
I
okay.
love that.
You have blinded the undead.
Everyone has
Oh.
eyes.
That's
I didn't
could
know
be
if it was
bitten at some
undead or not,
point.
but okay.
It's just, I'm tired. My ankles hurt. I want to go to sleep.
And I would say
You go on to
definitely
your
earned it.
on to your shed, Mrs. Red.
Okay,
You've
thank
done
you.
enough.
Thank you for your help.
Thank you. I got a gym. I'll talk to you about it later.
She's gonna scurry around.
She's gonna crawl back to her.
Well, I special Duran, I suppose you'd probably want to, I don't know, make your way to the camp or something.
Yes,
Yeah.
Urix, come with me. I'll get you some food.
Hey, if you can send somebody else over here, should we I don't know, maybe block this door off for good, or do we just keep
Keep the fires lit.
keep wild?
I believe so. We found 2 dead ends down there. One of them had our new friend here and a statue to Titania.
The fake queen?
I will talk with Durin more about it, but yes, the fake queen. And then the other housed this bramble creature, which we slayed and has evidently taken care of the thorns. So keep the fires lit, keep men posted, but
Bogthorn and Mrs. Redcap goes down into her hut.
yes,
Bloody bogthorn.
a bogthorn, and it seems to have taken care of the vines. So keep men posted here, keep the fires lit, but I think we may be okay for now.
We head to the camp.
I guess I will do. Your halflingness.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Geed be with you.
He'd be with you as well. Yeah.
And Urix, come with me. Let's get you some food. And I'll lead Urix towards the
Down.
temple tent.
He graciously goes. Y'all go with him, obviously.
Yeah, we
Redcap's
gather back
okay.
into town.
Vern's gonna follow suit with you. So y'all chilling in the makeshift temple tent when Duran comes popping up. I heard need word of who is that?
Lord Durin, or Master Durin, this is Urix. We found him underneath the tower.
You found him under. It's a long story. Yes, as you just stands up. I am Urix Kenthern, former Green Knight, Knight of Yurdis, Fall of the Fallen. I have been vexed, cursed, if you will, just as these lands, and found myself here. Where is here? This is the, we dubbed it Hope Keep. We found it abandoned, ish, minus Miss Redcap, who apparently has been living here for quite some time, but that's a whole nother story. But we've basically made this home for about 20 years to this day. Well, I guess 20 years and a day at this point, until all this just pursued with the vines And you've been down there. How long? I'm not sure. I thought a year. He's saying several years. I have no idea. I've only counted a year, but I cannot be certain. I think it's the work of Titania, or maybe some other devilish means. Nothing's clear. Everything's a fog and a haze.
To that point, Master Duskthorn, there was also, with our friend here in that same chamber, a statue to Titania, the Fey Goddess. It had gems inlaid into the statue, and the vines that we sought to destroy seemed to avoid this statue in that chamber and our friend here.
That's very odd.
And the statue restored him to health.
Well, I've noticed
probably.
What?
We
And us. I'm not there. Sorry. Sorry.
Get out of here! We got home already!
She just keeps sneaking out of her hut to chime in.
Sorry. Never mind.
He was chained to the wall, emaciated, almost half dead, and the statue restored him.
Well, probably. He told us that the statue would glow from time to time, and we theorized that maybe she was keeping him alive all these years.
Why would the Fey Queen want him alive? And he turns to Urix. I have no idea why any of this. I don't know why I'm here. I just remember fighting and searching, and then memories flooded. Is the last thing I remember. And then the next thing I know, I'm chained and I see her. Or at least I think it's her. Or an image or an illusionary or a deception of her, and I'm being chained. There's something else, but I can't. There's shadows. There's so many shadows. I don't know, but I feel an attachment to her, and I don't know if that's a good thing.
Well, what we know for sure is that we have no longer a problem of the vines.
Yes, this is actually a great thing, obviously.
There was a foul beast creature thing spewing all these vines, and we killed it, fortunately.
This is very odd. Is it? None of this makes sense. How can he be chained down there for a year? And how did nobody know that there was a whole underground system going down there and a statue to Titania?
Yes. Urix, you mentioned something about briefly seeing the Fey realm.
I don't know if I was there or not. I just see memories, and then I see, I think it was me. I had weapons, all different weapons, and I was slashing through all kinds of creatures and disgusting, vile things I've never seen or heard. But then there was times where I was also slaughtering. I don't know how to say this. I don't know if they were innocents, but they looked fearful, and they weren't brandishing any weapons. They're just like humans and elves and halflings. And I saw my own hands bring weapons down upon these unarmed. And then I seen a glimpse of the Fey realm, and then I always come back to seeing her image, her face, and then shadows behind it.
Seems like something is deceiving you.
I don't know what's
Obvious.
real. I don't even know if this is real. What if I'm still chained?
I will reach out and gently pat on one of his shoulders, or I guess his back, because I'm 3'4".
His leg. No.
His hip.
Yeah, right.
It's okay. There are many magics, especially from such devious creatures, that can take hold of one's mind. I would not blame yourself for something like this.
I just want some peace, and I want to find my faction.
What was your faction called?
We were just all knights. We were all knights of. We were green, the Green Knights, but then I know we we picked up Knights of Yerdis. We had no choice. We had no choice but to connect to his dark, lost gods. It was the only way to survive. And did I make a blood oath? And you see him look kind of spaced out, and he looks at his hands. I don't know what I did. Well, Duran, because then we need to talk to the council. Yes, you need rest. The
council should hear about this.
The council will definitely want to hear about. We need to talk to him. You know what? You can come to my quarters for now. Tobin, if you can get somebody to send some food and water, and you can sleep in my beds. I will gather the other council members, and we will have a long talk about this. I need to know what is going on here. This is a lot to take in. And at this point, you hear Durjan start running. Hey, you won't believe this. You guys won't believe this. As he stumbles in, you have to check this out. You have to see. It's a miracle. Geed be praised. You have to check this out. It's a miracle.
What is it?
The tower. Check the tower.
We run all the way
I'll
up.
run
to the
out
top.
and go check the tower.
You go out to the tower, and immediately it looks brighter. Like if the sun was falling behind it, it is kind of given a shine, and there's flowers growing, all this beautiful green, all on the walls too. The vines have withered away and are no more. You see they look like sticks that you could safely step on. As you see Durjan go and steps on cracks, and it's like, look at this, and it's just growing flowers. This has to be a sign. This has to be a sign from Geed himself. There's hope herself. For Geed herself, it has to be a sign. It's like the world's healing.
Tobin will, upon seeing this life and this growth on this tower, will fall to his knees and just clutch his holy symbol hanging from his neck and just stare at it.
Well, this is a twist.
I've never seen actual growth like this where everything's decayed, and the only thing we plant, dies within minutes. I mean, yeah, it grows, but then the life expectancy is always
This
short.
means we can farm now.
This has to be a sign.
Mrs. Redcap is going to go out of her hut and just look at all the slightly more green, brighter, healing world.
And it just sticks out like a sore thumb, especially around the tower, because you look around and, you have your vines even as your hut, and it's, they're, it's regular old like grass and stuff, but this has a certain sheen, and there's flowers immediately, like just
It's lush.
Yeah, it's lush. The color, it has a bunch of colors coming out of it.
Nice.
So
After staring for a little bit, Tobin will rush inside and check the food storage boxes that we had at the base of the tower.
You go and check all that, and it's just covered with more lush grass and flowers and stuff. The food seems to be gone, or like if there's any rotten remains or anything, it is covered with grass, and it's all up the walls, and it's very druidic looking and beautiful, and there's roots kind of slowly growing, but they just kind of stop, partially kind of wrapping, but like the start of.
And like the rotten food became fertilizer for like
Yes.
these bushes and flowers
So
and stuff.
that looks actually like even more beautiful than the outdoors. Like there's an array of flowers and like garden stuff that looks like it gorgeous beyond comprehension. It's
Wow.
like a glimpse of heaven if you could cut that and put it in a corner of a room, if you will.
Especially in a world like this.
Yeah, especially in a dark, gloomy world where a flower is hard to even come by, if you will.
Seems like our luck hasn't run out yet.
Mrs. Redcap is going to look at the tower and just be like, for the sake of chaos, sometimes you have to root for the underdog.
Duran, you see Duran just staring there
Hell yes.
as Durjan is just kind of rambling to you, Tobin, about like, just, oh, God's bless. This is the greatest holy days. I don't know what you all have done, but this is amazing. Duran just stands there and looks like, hope. There's actually hope. And he slowly turns to Eurex. We must speak immediately. Please come my way. Durjan, Tobin, if you could send somebody, I'd be most appreciative.
Of course.
Just some food, nothing crazy.
It will be done.
Yeah, thank you. I must have a meeting. Please follow me. And he takes Eurex and they wander back to his encampment. Vern looks at you, Val. What is going on here, lad?
What's going on is that we made the right choice.
We actually did something today.
And it looks like our luck has turned up.
I feel like this changes everything.
And I wouldn't say it's luck. This is clearly a sign. The gods are watching, and they're here with us.
Do you actually...
Of course, Tobin. Whatever you think.
Look at the tower before you. How is this anything but a sign of Geed?
June the Vile wanted us all to have emeralds in our pockets.
Mrs. Redcap, you did help us greatly today, so thank you very much for that.
Shall we get some ale?
Yes, let's check on Tally, see how she's doing.
I can go for a drink.
That does sound good.
Y'all make your way to the tavern, and for the first time in a long time, you feel at peace with a new sudden feeling of maybe we can heal this world, this realm. Maybe the tales of far beyond ago, maybe that's actually attainable. And for the first time, there's actually a glimmer of hope at Hope's Keep. That's where we're going to end it.
Yes.
Kazam! That was a beautiful journey of hope.
Indeed.
Yes.
Welcome to Shadowdark and Tabletop Diaries. If you'd like to comment, questions, concerns, or anything, you can email us at tabletopdiary@gmail.com. If you're on YouTube or probably YouTube, you can, obviously comment below.
We will definitely pursue this game.
Indeed.
Seems very, very, very fun. Shadowdark.
Yes, this is a new jump for us.
Campaign.
And yeah, a new campaign, a new game style completely. And please be patient with us as we are starting to learn the rules. We'd love to hear your feedback. So again, email us at tabletopdiary@gmail.com and let us know what you think. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you all.